and welcome everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the second round of the qualifying series of this SSL Gold Cup. I have here today in the booth, sitting right next to me, Juan Andres Santos. Juan, welcome. How are you feeling today?
Very good, very good. Thank you, Jan, for me to be here, and we're very excited. Today is going to be a big race, two big races. Let's hope to get that, and we're very excited, and we have to see what happens today.
Yeah, today is the golden day. Points count double for today, and your team currently sitting in third place, last place. Very decisive day today. They absolutely have to win. It's a do or die day today.
Exactly. We made our math. We made our points. We have to win Lithuania, and both races. It won't be hard, won't be easy, but actually. We can do it. We don't count us out. Yeah.
No, we're definitely not counting you out. We're actually very much counting you in, actually, as a matter of fact.
Perfect.
Let's check out what the racing schedule is going to look like today. So this is the final day of the second round of the qualifying series. Here you go. These are race 5 and race 6 that are going to be happening today. The match board is coming up. Here we go. So as you see on the left-hand side, we had a qualifying series round 1, which happened between the 19th and the 22nd of May. And this week we have round 2 of the qualifying series. Here we have Ecuador, Lithuania, Slovenia, and Hong Kong was supposed to be here. Unfortunately, they're not here due to COVID restrictions.
Yeah, that's a shame actually. But we have these 3 teams. And it's hard. It's hard to be in 3 teams, right?
It's hard. It's difficult. Here we see the match board. Obviously, here you see on the very left-hand side is the 30 seconds of the finals, which will be happening from the 29th of October to the 2nd of November. All the teams that are qualifying in these qualifying series are qualifying themselves to this 32nd of the finals. What you see, the teams that are already qualified in the 16th, the 8th, and the quarters are teams that have a high enough ranking in the SSL ranking to have automatically qualified themselves into those final spots. So right now we'd like to show you a little bit highlights of yesterday. We have a small interview and highlights of yesterday.
We have a go for main engine start. We have main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Race 3 of the second round of the qualifying series saw all 3 teams off to an even start. It wasn't long before Lithuania had to duck behind Ecuador to finally have Slovenia take the lead. A closed downwind leg meant all the teams were still neck and neck at the leeward gate. In the end, after a close battle, Slovenia managed to keep their lead and take it home for the win. Following close behind was Lithuania, and third was Ecuador. Race 4 of the second round of the qualifying series saw Lithuania blasting off the line and forcing Slovenia to tack behind them. Ecuador finally found the break they were looking for and were leading the pack at the weather mark. After leading half of the race, Ecuador made a tragic error and saw their spinnaker turn into a floating anchor, a mistake that would cost them the race. Slovenia, placed just behind, immediately jibed to take the lead and their second win of the day. After 4 races, the provisional results saw Slovenia in the lead with 11 points, followed by Lithuania with 8 points and Ecuador with 5 points.
Today we were really focused and tried to build a really good boat speed. It was a lot of maneuvers, a lot of hoisting and dropping the gennaker, so all the maneuvers were really good for us. We were really happy with our sailing, so we are looking forward for tomorrow and to make 2 more races like this.
However, anything can happen tomorrow as it's Golden Day, and each race will count double. See you tomorrow at 11 CET for the final day. What a day that was yesterday. What we saw the replay there of what happened to your team. A tragic incident. Just a little mistake. Something that was sort of out of your control, actually. A knot getting loose, and there goes the tack line, and you weren't able to put that spinnaker up. So I know there was some frustration. You were telling me about it.
Yeah.
We'll talk a little bit more about that situation and what's going on. But it's great to have you here and to explain to us so we can get more of an inside look to see what's happening. Before we talk about that, let's take a look at the course that we'll be sailing today. Here is a little animation of the course. We should be seeing a 2 laps. So 2 windwards and 2 leewards. So here you go through the gates for the first downwind mark, and then back up around mark 3, leaving all the buoys on port. And then obviously going through the finishing line. They can cross through the gate if they want to. They don't have to avoid that gate. But that is the course animation. Let's take a quick look at the team comparison. Here are the 3 teams that are today, that will be sailing today. We have Ecuador, team name Latri. They're SSL ranked number 38, and their captain is Julio Velez. We have Team Lithuania, the Ambers, SSL ranked number 34 with Gintare Scheidt. And Slovenia is last but not least, team name Krapani 1860, and they are SSL ranked number 26 with Vasily Zbogar as the captain. The provisional overall currently, and here we see. Now it's all about points today. So Slovenia is sitting in first place right now with 11 points. Lithuania in second with 8, and just only a couple points, 3 points separating them from Ecuador. All the points up to now have been third, 3 points if you win, 2 points if you get second, 1 point if you get last. Today is a double points day, Golden Day. There is a chance for your team, Ecuador, to be able to make it back. You were telling me that basically you need to beat Lithuania twice in order to be able to just make it right in front of them, according to your calculations.
Exactly.
And so we'll see that it's going to be a very exciting day. We can't wait to get out there on the water. Before we get out there on the water, we do have a small interview from Matthias Dick.
I mean, we've been lucky enough to be here. We really appreciate the opportunity SSL has given us, and for us, it has been training since the last day on the boat, getting to know the boat, and has been our main goal the past days. And for sure, we know that we are fast. We are in the same conditions as all the other teams, and yeah, we did a couple of mistakes last 2 days that haven't prevent us for winning or being more on the top of the leaderboard, but we know our mistakes, and we are just giving it all today. We're just going for the wins and for the qualification, and we will know that we will get it at the end of the day.
That was a very interesting interview right there of one of your teammates. Yep. And let's take a quick look here at the team lineup. We have Team Ecuador here. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your teammates?
Yeah, well, we've been sailing together for a few months when we knew about coming here. And we have like a strong brotherhood. and we're saying that right now very fast. We understand each other, and we have a lot of competitor sailors that are very good. We have world champions as Jonathan Martinetti,
At
Julio,
the helm right there,
yeah,
number
exactly,
9.
number 9. Edgar Diminich, which has a lot of optimists, and then Sunfish too.
Yeah, and he was world champion, as you told me.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly
Yeah,
right.
Julio Velez.
So we have some world champions on there. Everybody is used to sailing smaller boats.
Yes, we normally in Salinas we sail Laser, Sunfish, Lightnings, and Optimist. And for example, both Herreras are sailing a boat, Lightning boat, which I'm crew too.
Okay.
Julio Velez right now, well, John Birkett with Jonathan Martinetti are actual South American champions in December in Salinas, in Ecuador.
Yeah. So perfect. Thank you very much. That's a really good explanation. We'll have a little bit more time to talk about them, and we'll see them in live just in a little bit. But before we do so, let's get to the Lithuanian boat here with the tactician Gintare Scheidt. She is a laser specialist. We have several hot shots here on this team. We have Rokas Milevicius. We also have. Am I not talking about Lithuania here? Believe I was. Apparently, I have messed up in my notes here. No, it's not a problem. We'll see these guys here in Milevicius. Yeah, we were talking about Lithuania. Yeah, he's the tactician. And we also have the helmsman, Raimondas Shugjinis, I believe. I'm sorry. I'm trying to say these names correctly. It's a little bit difficult for me. But anyways, here we have a team which has quite a bit of experience, and they do have some Olympic participations here within their ranks, and obviously a lot of world champions, world championships. They have the level is quite high on this team. Our last team I would like to show you here is Team Slovenia. So here we see in the back, we start with our tactician, Vasily Zbogar. He has 3 medals in the Olympics. And then if we look a little bit further to the right, we have 2 women. We have Veronica Mazzarol, who has been 2 times in the Olympics. She went to the Olympics with Tina Mrak, which is in the mid-bow. They went to the Olympics twice together, but Tina has been 3 times in the Olympics. We also have Yanni Klemencic, who has 2 Olympic participations. We have Tomas Chopi, who also has been sailing in the Olympics. So we have a lot of Olympic crews here. We even have a rower, which is on the grinder, Yannick Klemencic. So we have a team with a lot of Olympic experience, and we're currently seeing that in the results, as they are currently in first place with 11 points. So we have a very strong lineup here from Team Slovenia. Let's continue on with a small interview from Team Lithuania with Karolis Jalinonis, I believe.
Yeah, as you said, we're right in the middle, same points below us as above, so it can go either way. But if we can minimize our mistakes that we've been doing, I'm pretty confident that we can at least keep our position and maybe climb a step higher. For the first race, it's definitely just going as in a normal race. And after that, I think the leaderboard will be a lot clearer, and then we can start counting a little bit, who to beware of, who to keep track of. But for the first race, it's definitely just go out there and do our best.
Yeah, that was a interesting interview. Karolis was with us yesterday in the booth. Let's take a quick look at the weather forecast right now. Here you go. This is a live picture that you're seeing right here. Wind speed 7 knots, wind direction 270. So we're pretty much seeing that coming out of the southwest today. It is stormy. This is why we're starting a little bit later today, because we've had a couple storms that have been passing through. We had some lightning earlier during the day. All those storms have now passed, and we are expecting to have some good racing. We are, however, a little bit challenged because we have to stop racing at 4 p.m. this afternoon local time, according to the racing instructions. So we are definitely trying to put in some two races, which are those two very crucial races today, but we are under a time limit. So let's keep it going here. We have now, ladies and gentlemen, the national anthems of the three teams that will be competing. Let's hear the first national anthem of your team, Team Ecuador. Team Ecuador, your team right there, very proud moment to...
That was inspiring, actually. Yeah, we have to do this.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
Next team anthem is Team Lithuania. And that was the national anthem from Team Lithuania. And now for our last team, Team Slovenia. That was the national anthem of Team Slovenia. Everybody very proud. It's a very proud moment for all these teams to be here, to come across the world, to be able to qualify themselves, hopefully, for the finals. Yesterday, we had the opportunity to have Vasily Žbogar from Team Slovenia give us an interview, and it was just absolutely very touching interview. So we'd like to show you that just before we get the racing underway.
I believe the key of my success in the sailing career is mainly the dedication to the sport. From waking up in the morning until going to sleep, I was always thinking about sport, about how I can improve myself. I never really thought about medals and winning. I just tried to improve my sail every day, trying to find a way to get better in sailing, better in fitness, better in the psychology part, all that sports involved. Never looked a sport as a final goal, but a road that I have to go through. I wasn't really standing out in the youth classes. I was quite an average sailor. I didn't win any youth event or something like this, or even close to winning youth event. But I have this passion for sailing. I loved sailing, and I never, not even a small part of my mind, thought that I will win any Olympic medal. I just loved sailing. I tried my best. I said, let's see where this goes. From a small country, with obviously good sailing results, but not at the Olympic level. I was the first one who was breaking myths on unachievable medals. So when I got this first medal in 2004, it changed my life, obviously. It was first medal in sailing for Slovenia, for a small country. And then the second medal came in the same class in the laser. And then the third one in another class in the fin. I think from my thoughts at the beginning to just work on myself as much as possible to ending up with 3 medals, I can consider myself quite fortunate to have the opportunity to go through this road without major accidents on the road, because it's quite easy to fail. There's many sportsmen who are doing the same road, but just not unfortunately. So I just feel that I'm so lucky that I was able to get this road without any major issues, and that put me into a position to win medals. Now the really key, I still searching in myself, to tell you the truth. I still haven't found what exactly made the medals countable, but I think it's all together. I just work hard, dedicated every day, and that's paid off.
What a great interview. It's just great to see that, really, if you put your heart, your mind at it, you can succeed. And I think that's just a wonderful story that he told us right there. That was Vasily Žbogar, so the captain of Team Slovenia. And we are having the boats. We see that the boats are out on the water, and they are getting themselves ready to race. We see the race course getting started. Before we go out on the water, we'll take this opportunity to show you where we come from, where we are in the world, here in Switzerland, in Lake Neuchâtel. We are in Grandson, and we have a couple wonderful pictures just to show you before we get out onto the water. I'll tell you what, every time I see those images, just unbelievable. I know a lot of us live here, but just to see those images, I think we're very lucky to be here, and it's just wonderful to have you guys invited over here to sail and participate in this qualifying series.
Yes.
So that was just a wonderful clip that we have right there. And now we have another little interview before we get racing out there. Like we just told you, the boats are out there. We will get out onto the water. Give us just a couple more minutes. We want to show you an interview that we had yesterday with Gintare Šait, who is the captain of the Lithuanian team. And so we've got that interview for you right now.
It was a very long road to the silver medal. We had our team, like me and some other girls preparing for Olympics, and we had many years of traveling and taking part in many regattas in Poland, around Lithuania, and mostly in Europe. So my experience was growing long time until I got a really big baggage of experience. And the year before Olympics, I think I got a lot of confidence that I sailed very well in the test event, and I saw that I can do a good result there. And I think each athlete has his preferred conditions. So I think in the end, many little things that matters in that week, Olympic week, that brings all these years to this point, and I think everything just went very well for me.
Yeah, it's great to see that we also have women that are participating and on these boats, and I think really this is what makes this SSL Gold Cup just so wonderful.
Yes, of course. We have one in our team that is very good, and we know that every team has at least one woman, so that's very good.
Yeah, and this is sort of the way also that the way people can come over here.
Yes.
We were talking about this earlier. The way that these teams are made up is basically is through the ranking.
Yeah,
it's through the ranking. So there's a ranking system which the SSL has put in place. As a matter of fact, if you're a sailor and you're watching us, you should go and check it out, because you're probably on there if you've already taken part in any sort of big regatta, even some local regattas.
Yes, exactly.
We have a lot of people that are on there. I met some sailors the other day, and I talked to them about it, and they were like, "Oh,
they wanted
really?"
to search it,
and they went to search, and
so
go on to the SSL website. And you can go and check it out, and on Star Sailors, on the goldcup.starsailors.com. And if you go on Star Sailors, you will be able to go to the Star Sailors ranking. And make sure you go over there and fill out the information about yourself and your name, your age, your weight, your what class you're sailing.
Happy about us, and everyone was concentrated when we talked at home at the hotel, and everyone was thinking we got this, and then suddenly happened what happened, the disaster that took us the race, but the knot of the tack.
The knot at the end of the tack line.
Exactly.
The 8 knot got itself loose, and so the tack line went through the cleat.
Exactly.
And
so
you lost the line, and you couldn't recuperate it. You had to go back underneath inside the boat and pass it through the.
Exactly.
It
was a nightmare.
Yes.
It was a nightmare, and they were very strong, but because at the end they continued the race trying to, and if you see the distances, we got very near, because we were very far at the beginning, and at the end we got it. So today is the day, and we had to forget about everything. And today's
great. And I
we
think
have to reset ourselves.
We've seen the images. We've talked about it. What has been done has been done. Today is a different day. Look, there's wind out on the water right now. It's looking like we're going to get racing underway. Now it's really they really have to concentrate right now, and it's a big day. They do have a chance. They do have a possibility to get themselves qualified.
Yes.
To go through, because let us remind you that the two top teams of the three teams that are racing will qualify themselves to the 32nd of the finals in November. And so there is mathematically there is a chance that they can do it. We've seen them sail fast all week. We've seen them have good starts all week.
Yes.
However, every time they've had a little bit of an issue. Right now is the day. It's the golden day. It's the day that we need to see them get that good start. Get out in front. Stay out in front.
Yeah. The good thing about this sport that it doesn't end until it ends. So we have our day and this exciting day, and we have to win it. We have to go out and try to win a race, or at least beat Lithuania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The race today is really going to be against Lithuania.
Exactly.
We're probably Slovenia right now is in the lead. Has got such a good lead. Pretty much, I mean, they're almost qualified mathematically speaking. They only need, I think, 2 points, and then they're qualified. So they have to finish once in second place, and then that's fine. They can, I believe, finish last on the last race. It doesn't matter. But the race here that we are going to see, the battle within the battle, is going to be Ecuador and Lithuania. Lithuania only has 3 points more than Ecuador. Lithuania has also been sailing very, very well this whole week. They've had some good starts, fast starts. They've been very, very consistent. And consistency pays. Consistency pays. So what we're looking at right now is either a very consistent Lithuania, which if they place in second, they'll see themselves slowly getting the points to get through, or we're going to have to see a super aggressive Ecuadorian team, which is going to have to take out all the stops, and they are going to have to be extremely aggressive from the get-go. They must win at least one race.
At the start, I hope we'll be very aggressive. We need that.
Yeah,
we need to.
We're really looking at
race.
this. Yeah, exactly. We're looking really at this this team, and we'll see also what Slovenia decides to do. Is Slovenia going to play their own game and just sort of let the other two battle it out? They do know. I mean, we all know that if two teams are battling it out, they will be slower. Just like in many forms of racing, when two opponents are fighting one another, they tend to be slower, especially here if we start seeing tacking duels and jibing duels and things like that. We might see, for the first time, we might see a couple protests. I don't think we have had any protests yet, so it's been very clean, very fair sailing. Today will be in the gladiators pit, as we say right here. This is the pit of the boat, and this is the arena right now. This is where it's all going to be going down. Here we see Team Slovenia. They don't look too stressed here. They know they're in a very strong position, and they're about to get themselves underway. We see all the boats practicing a little bit, getting all their lines together. We see here a motorboat coming to the back. That's one of the shore crew. Each boat has a shore crew.
Yeah.
Each boat has a shore crew in order to be able to make sure that everything is running well with these boats.
Yeah, the good thing about this, we have one boat for every crew, every national team. So if something happens to the boat, you can quickly fix it, and that's very good for the sport, right?
Yeah, and if that were to happen, there are a couple flags that are on the boat, and we have what they call the Lima flag, which is a checkered yellow and black flag. And pretty much that's asking for race committee to just give them a little bit of time in order for them to be able to fix the problem that they have on their boat.
Yes, exactly.
And another flag that they have on their boat is the red protest flag.
Protest.
Should they want to protest, they can do so, and it's immediately judged on the water.
Exactly. The jury has to call it, right?
Yeah, exactly. So jury. So we'll see the jury boats. The jury boats. All the jury are wearing a striped white and black umpire jersey. So that way they are easily identifiable. We sometimes see them in the picture. They are the only motorboats that are allowed to follow very closely the sailboats. All the other boats, the camera boats, and the technical crew and all that. Everybody must be outside the boundaries. So we'll see them sometimes, especially when the situations get a little bit hairy and a little bit complicated.
Yeah, they're looking at every move of the crew. So they will get the calls right.
And when a protest does take place, basically what happens is they have 2 flags on there. So they will have either they have a green checkered flag.
Yes.
And if they hoist that green checkered flag, then what happens is it means that actually there is no protest. So
Exactly.
a team can protest, and then they'll hoist that up and they'll say, no, guys, there is no. There's
No
no
foul
need, no
or-
foul.
yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Right. And if there is a foul, well, then they're not going to put up that. Obviously, they're not going to put up that green flag, and they're going to wait for the team that has been fouled to actually do their penalty.
Yes. Yes.
Right. And if they don't do their penalty, and
You'll
the
get a-
penalty is doing a 360.
Yeah,
so
you have to do
one tack and one jibe.
Exactly.
And if they don't do that, then they'll raise a red flag. And when they do that, then they get a double
It's
penalty.
a
They'll
double
have to do a
penalty.
720. So if the teams believe that they are not in fault and they actually are, well, then they'll get heavily penalized. So it's it's a little bit of a complicated story, and they got to make sure that they're following the rules and that they're fair play. But like we said, for the time being, we have seen no red flags come up.
No, not yet. And but we'll see it today, because every team will be very aggressive.
Yes, and speaking of going out on the water, we have an on-water reporter, which is Marco Rossini, and he's out on the water right now. There he is. Hello, Marco.
Hi, guys. How's it going?
It's going very well. We are super excited over here, and we see that we're just getting started here in the pre-start. So very, very exciting. How are you?
Oh, everything's great here. Finally, the sun's out. Clouds are kind of dissipating, so it looks like we're going to have an amazing races today, actually. We see actually a very distinct line of pressure working its way north, because now the wind is coming in from the south in the lake. So there's a very distinct dark line on the horizon working its way up up the lake. So hopefully it's going to get interesting at some point, and we might see some double-digit wind speed. But for the moment, all the teams are out here just jostling in the pre-start, just getting ready out with their time on distance and everything, and it's looking to be a good one today. You know, golden day, double points, it's all to play for.
Oh, that's some good news. We've been waiting for this wind. We've been delayed all day, and now you're telling us that you can see a very distinct line of wind which is coming down the lake, which means that we will have more pressure. We should see some great downwind sailing. It'll be really interesting to see that. We have 3 minutes and 30 seconds left before the start. We see all the boats jostling for positions over there on the right-hand side of the race course. Here on the left, you see the 2 motorboats. They both have an orange flag on them. That orange flag is the imaginary starting line, which the boats cannot cross before the start, obviously. That line being obviously not being drawn out on the water, it's easier for the teams to know exactly where that line is if they take a start closer to the committee boat or closer to the pin end boat of the line. The pin generally is a buoy. We'll see here it's that inflatable rib, which is just at the bottom of your screen. And so there's somebody that is lining those flags up right there. They're just making sure that no boat gets across that line. We are 2 minutes and 30 seconds away from getting started. We see boats down there already jostling for position. There's your team, Ecuador. Let's take a look at these guys. We want to make sure that they're going to be very aggressive. Here comes Slovenia. Slovenia has gotten they're at the top of the leaderboard, but they've gotten the worst starts all week. They've constantly been getting sandwiched out between the two boats. So for them today, what's important for them today is to be able to get a good start. We heard Vasily, he was disappointed with their starts, so we expect them to be aggressive on the start. Here we go. We haven't seen the boats this close. We're definitely looking for lured boats. We'll see Lithuania right there being very, very aggressive. We've got, which is trying to keep their spot as a lured boat. See Team Ecuador in the background there, just waiting for something to happen. They're sort of sitting back there, waiting for a mistake to be made, trying to... there we go. Now we've got a split between the two teams, which is leaving now Ecuador. Ecuador is going to lose some speed, and we've got 1 minute and 30 seconds left before we get to the starting line. Here we go on the graphic. We can see the graphic right here. We see that Slovenia is actually, I don't think they're that close to the line. I think the graphic is wrong.
But I think Slovenia will try to start, to get a free start maybe.
Yeah, Slovenia really needs that position. I'm pretty sure they want to be that lured boat. It looks like Ecuador is diving down.
Yeah.
Yeah, the picture's freezing, so it's up. There we go.
Yeah, but
they're trying to make sure that they have some room underneath them. Okay, don't go more than head to wind, because that could be a penalty. And now we see Slovenia coming right underneath them. Slovenia in a very, very powerful position right here. They'll be able to bear away and get a very good start. This is perfect. This is exactly what Ecuador wants as well. They're going to try to close the door. There's 20 seconds left before the start. If they can close the door and they can make sure that Lithuania does not get a start or has to go around. Here we go, Lithuania in the background. 10 seconds left to go. They're going to be going down behind the boats. Oof. Oh, what's happening here? Oh, they're getting a second row start. 2-1, that's the start, and Ecuador is not getting off the line. But they're in a better position than Lithuania right now. Oh, and there's a protest. Here we go, first protest. And this is, and there we go. Lithuania is now taking the protest. We'll see what's happening. We haven't even barely gotten the race started, and we've already got protests.
Yeah, this is actually very exciting. The start was very close, and I thought Lithuania wouldn't get its space, but it got it. So they had a great start.
Yeah, we'll see what happens out there on the water. We'll see if maybe at any point, Marco, if you can hear me, if you see something going on with the jury, please don't hesitate to come and tell us what's going on. We have Ecuador right now, which was sort of stuck on that line. They were stuck windward. Right now, they really need to come back into the game. Let's see what's going to be happening here with Ecuador. What a crazy start! That was unbelievable. I'm pretty sure we're going to get a review. We're going to be seeing a replay of that start at any moment now. Here we go. There it is. Very, very interesting. We see Slovenia squeezing Ecuador up. They can't do anything, and they're actually closing the line. I believe that Lithuania, from where they were coming up, they are not coming up from 2 boat length underneath the boat, and they cannot left the boat the way they are doing. I believe that we see the jury boat right there on the right-hand side. Very interesting. I don't quite understand why they decided to duck like that. Lithuania, they could have kept their spot. We'll have to see what's going on. We'll have to see what they've decided. I think if they were in the wrong, they should have done a 360. Yeah. I don't understand why they actually decided to bear away. Maybe that was the case. They believe they were wrong. Maybe the skipper decided, okay, well, let's do our 360, and maybe the tactician said, no way, we're not wrong. They had no right of way. So maybe we'll get a little bit more information about what's going on there, but we've already have drama just on the starting line. Now, let's take a look here at what's going on. Perhaps we can get an overall view as we have been really focused on that start. A little bit difficult right now to see exactly what is going on. If we can have the overall view from the the 2D.
Yeah, we should be waiting for.
Yeah, we see. So everybody's going on the. We can do on the. I'm seeing here on the. We're going on the left-hand side. We're going on the left-hand side of the race course. Right now we have a 2.3 kilometer long race course. And we're seeing that the race course is at 250 degrees. Here we go. This is the tracking. This is perfect. This is this is what I wanted to see because you know, we were sort of very excited here over the race. The tracking here. Tracking gives us a great view of where we are on the water. So we see all the boats are on a starboard tack, and it's really a drag race right now. There are 4 legs. So distance to the mark, 2,500 meters. So it's a pretty long race course.
Yeah, it is.
So we'll have less laps, but a long race course. So yesterday we were seeing a little bit shorter race course with a little bit more laps, and today we have we'll see we've got 4 legs, so they'll be doing 2 windwards and 2 leewards. And for the time being, we see that the boats are sailing at approximately 7 knots. All the boats are sailing at 7 knots. Which is a very good speed. We have a very even speed for absolutely everybody. It's really that drag race that we're talking about. I mean, what are you trying to do right now as a sailor at this point on the first leg?
Well, right now we're doing exactly, everyone is doing the same. So I'm not pretty sure if I could go to the other side. I'm not like feeling the wind right now, but
I mean, are you more like trying to go in a high mode, maybe a low mode, or are you just trying to just go as fast as you can? Are you what are the discussions that are happening on board your boat?
Yeah, I think right now it should be speed. We have to be on the best speed possible. We know Slovenia, for example, is very fastest in upwind. So, but we have to catch Lithuania. So. I'm not pretty sure if everyone is thinking the same right now.
Yeah,
but
it's difficult to be in their minds, of course. But I mean, you you were sailing in the beginning of the week.
Yes. The first day.
First day. You were doing practice races, I believe. Second day was the actual or the first day of racing for you guys. Here we go. We could see everybody quite lined up. Ecuador is just managing actually to stay out of that.
Maintaining the speed, yeah.
Yeah, maintaining their speed and staying out of the windward wind shadow that is casting the other boats. So that right now they're doing a very good job. Team Slovenia have been really fast and high all week long, and so if everybody is keeping up with them, then that's a pretty good thing. Here's Vasily, the tactician and also the captain on the Slovenian boat. As you can see, they don't have any hiking straps. They are just sitting on the side of the boat. The boats are quite well heeled, so yes, they are holding on, but there is about, I would say, a 40-degree heel, which allows them to sort of half sit, half hang off the side of that boat.
Yeah, it was, to be honest, it was difficult at first to get that hike, but when you learn it, you get used to it.
I remember the first time I went and tried hiking like that on these exact boats, the SSL 47s. I put my life jacket on.
yeah, it was the same for us. The first time, everyone didn't know if they had to take their back off, and then suddenly when you do it, you understand.
Yeah, and then you realize, okay, getting into the boat is always a little bit more difficult, but yeah, it was really funny to put your life jacket on and be like, okay, here we go.
But that was what I was saying. Slovenia is very fast.
There we
You
go.
can see
Yep.
when
they were
go
neck
up,
and
when
neck,
they-
and now
yeah, they're very
they've
fast.
got 26 meters.
Yeah, so we're hoping to. Well, Ecuador, according to the graph, Ecuador is taking. Well, right now it's taking their speed up.
Yeah, we're seeing we're seeing on the graphic that actually boats are perhaps getting closer and closer to the ley line. We see here Lithuania, all the guys are sitting back up. It kind of looks like they're ready to tack.
Yeah, we'll have to see
Here
how
we
they
go.
cross.
It looks as though we might have a tack coming in. See, the tactician is looking behind him, trying to figure out. Are they turning? If we're reading body language here, we know that they want to attack.
Yes. Yeah. If you're in another boat, you'll see that, and we start speaking about it inside the boat. They're going to attack, and you have to be prepared for that. Right?
Yeah, exactly. And you see that boat that's on the left there. That's Slovenia, and no, I'm sorry, that's
Look
Ecuador.
at the wind
And
change. Yeah.
they have the right of way. So right now they're tacking,
Yes.
and they'll be on a port tack. Ecuador has the right of way. They are on the starboard tack. Now let's see if they are going to pass in front or behind. This is a crucial moment right now for Ecuador. It looks like they're not going to be able to pass in
they have
front. They're probably going to tack. Oh, no, they're not. Ecuador has decided to tack right underneath them. That is a very, very risky move because they lose speed as they're tacking. They could have kept on going and made Lithuania tack. I thought that was what they were going to do. That would have been the more aggressive move. We know right now they have to be extremely aggressive. Here we go. All three boats now on a port tack. Heading towards the center of the race course.
To be honest, I thought that would be the strategy.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
I would have kept on going and pushed them all the way out as far as I could, or at least have them do a double tack. Make sure that they get out in front of them. That was much too nice.
Always when you tack, you lose a little.
That
bit
was
of
much
speed.
too friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is the last day. I mean, they have to absolutely get in front of them right now. Ecuador, this is do or die. If they don't finish in front, this is it. This is over. They're going home.
Yes, we have to win.
There,
have
you
to
have
win.
you have no options.
You have no
So
options.
we're seeing there Slovenia, as they have been doing all week. Cool, calm, collective. Really, very nice
Or maybe-
sailing, smooth and fast.
Yes, maybe they're thinking about it because downwind we're very fast. Maybe if they are thinking about marking Lithuania when we're going downwind, get an advantage there. Maybe. Let's hope so.
Yeah, let's. Well, I guess we'll find out what's going on. It's. Oh, there we go. We get some. Yeah, he's
It looked like
asking,
they was
please
speaking
get
to
out of the
us,
way. Maybe the boat is doing a little bit of wind shadow. It's always difficult for us to be able to get the. In order to be able to get the shots and to be as close as possible and to not disturb the team. That was Tomasz Chopi right there, who he has been to the Sydney Olympic Games, placed ninth in the 470 class. He was also in the Australian. He went over to. He was 14th in 2004. He went to Athens in the Olympic Games. So he was also in Greece. So he has four times he's been to the Olympics. So he knows what he's talking about. And this just goes to show how competitive these guys are. They know they're pretty much qualified at this point right now. They know they're qualified, but they never let anything go.
Yeah, right now, for example, in Team in Ecuador, I noticed that Matthias Dijk, it's tactician right now. He's being the tactician. He's at the back of the boat. And he just came on the 31st from Mexico. He was in the World Cup, Lasers World Cup.
Okay.
Yeah, and he look at number 6.
Yeah, and you were telling me actually these boats legally the most amount of people they are allowed to have on there are 10 people,
Yes.
and there is a weight restriction.
730.
And that's pretty interesting because you guys are sailing with 10 crew.
Yes, yeah. The difference between us and the other teams are that I think Lithuania are with 9 and Slovenia with 8. I may be wrong, but
Here we go. We
we're
got both teams have just tacked now. We're just seeing Ecuador, Lithuania just tacking. Lithuania tacking on top of Ecuador.
And
Oh,
Slovenia
that's
is
too
going-
bad. Oh, well, they're doing the right thing, absolutely.
Yes.
For Ecuador right now, this is a terrible
They're going.
situation. There we go, Ecuador. Lithuania is
Lithuania is
always
going
going to
to.
stay on top of them. So as we suspected, Slovenia is just going to be sitting out in front. No problems for them. Right now, we are going to be checking out this battle between these last two boats. Let's just remind everybody right now that Lithuania has 8 points in the overall, and Ecuador has 5 points. So there are only 3 points separating them. It is absolutely crucial right now that Ecuador
we have to win.
beat
Yeah,
Lithuania.
We have to beat them. Only if we get the second and they get third, we'll be almost tied, but we'll be 1 point
Behind?
behind, yeah.
Yeah.
But in the second race, if we beat them again, we'll get 1 point more.
Yeah.
So
So
we'll get
it's
we'll
all
get
it's
to the
all
World
within
Cup,
1
yeah.
point. But in any case, right now, as it's standing right now, Ecuador is not going through. They really absolutely
Yes.
must be in front of Lithuania, and Lithuania knows this. They're probably just as good in mathematics as the others, and so they're doing everything they can to stay out in front. Here we go. We are finally getting to the first mark, the windward mark of race number 5 here on the first leg. Just finishing the first leg with Slovenia out in front. Cool, calm, and collective. They are now on the dog leg or heading off to the offset mark, setting up their spinnaker. We see some of the crew are hiking out, making sure that boat is nice and flat, keeping that speed up. They're out in front and they just want some more. They're not here to play, even if they are out in front. They're not giving. We never know. Anything could happen. We saw plenty of problems with spinnakers. Here we go. They're putting their spinnaker out and working on that spinnaker. That tack line is coming out. We're gonna see a hoist. Yesterday we were seeing hoists within 1 boat length. 1 boat length away from the offset mark, and the spinnaker was up and the jib was already dropping. So here we go. If you look to the left, there it is. So they've gone a little bit high. The spinnaker's going up, half a boat length, 1 boat length. Spinnaker's up,
very
and they're
clean.
dropping their jib. Just unbelievable. Very, very, very nice.
nice.
Very quick. Wasting absolutely no time. And now we've got our 2 teams that we see that are going to be. We've got Lithuania right now, which is already past the windward mark. Ecuador following behind.
Maybe 20, 25 seconds.
20,
maybe
25
behind.
seconds. We know Ecuador is
Right.
fast in the downwind. But look at that. Lithuania slowly putting up their spinnaker, creeping it behind the jib right there. And 3, 2, 1. And here we go. And they're going to be hoisting. There we go. And it's a fast hoist. Spinnaker not in the water. Spinnaker up, jib down.
Very clean.
Very clean. Again, 1 boat length. Very nice.
Yeah, so
Okay, now we want the same thing from Ecuador. Let's see, the old demons from yesterday. We don't want to see that again. Here we go. Here comes Ecuador in the picture. They're ready. Tack. That spinnaker is out there. Tack line is good. Are they already sneaking up the spinnaker behind the jib? It looks as though they're going for it right now. Full grind, full power. Half a boat length. 1 boat length.
Okay.
Looking good. Okay,
Yeah,
that was a
yeah.
very clean, good.
The tactician went
hoist.
to the grinder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was I didn't see that. I was looking at I
Yeah,
was looking
yeah.
at the spinnaker if it was going to
Yeah,
touch
I
the
know,
water
I
or
know.
not.
I was thinking who was going to the grinder, and Matthias went there.
Okay, here we are in our first downwind leg. We've got about 80 meters of difference between Lithuania and Equator. We know Equator is super fast. We also know that when we're downwind, it seems pretty obvious, but the wind comes from behind the boat. And if Ecuador does manage to get a puff or maybe that wind
We'll get it
before Lithuania. Marco was telling us earlier that he was seeing a clear line coming down the race course, and maybe, just maybe, they'll get that puff before and manage to come back with Lithuania. Lithuania right now making sure that they're staying between their adversary and the leeward mark. You see here, Team Slovenia is still a very concentrated. We have Igor La, which is right there, which is, I believe, he is at the he's at the helm. I believe he's at the helm. Yes, he is. He's the helmsman for this. You know, he is. He's been as well. He's been 2 times world champion, and he's sailed on these boats before this SSL 47. So he knows how this boat handles. Very interesting, very calm. You see there the mid bow, which is standing at the base of the mast, right there. Igor La, 2-time world champion. Very cool, very calm, very concentrated, feeling the boat, not talking, or not talking very much. I mean, obviously some really good teamwork, because generally we see the skipper, which is discussing and talking about pressure and whether he's going to be going up a little bit or down, or you know, if he's depending on the amount of pressure that they have in that spinnaker.
Yeah, exactly. I think they don't have a lot of pressure right now, so they're going straight to the mark. Actually, Lithuania and Ecuador, which are behind, I think they have a little bit more pressure.
We see.
So let's see what happens.
Yeah, we see Margon. Mitya Margon, which is the trimmer right there. Also, having gone to the Sydney Olympic Games and getting a 9th place in the 470 on 470 boat. He's 3 times world champion. As well on the SSL 47. He's definitely a lot of experience on this boat. He's been winning different regattas in Turkey and in Croatia. So he does come from the 470, but he does have some big boat experience. And we also have next to him there, we saw earlier, that was telling the camera about to move out of the way, we had Tomasz Czopi, him as well, you know, sailing in the Olympics. He went to Sydney, to the Sydney Games. He also went to the Athens Games, as well as in Atlanta. So he's been to several Olympic Games. He is also world champion in the Extreme 40 classes. He also has some experience on this SSL 47 boat. Definitely here, it's just, I think we could talk for a long time about all these guys and just how good they are. We saw the interview before with Veronica Mazzarol, twice in the Olympics, as we said. We saw Tina also 3 times in the Olympics, you know, sailing in the 470 class. Amongst all the other boats that she sailed, we have Vid Yaranko, who has been sailing here for a bunch of years as well. Who else do we have? We have Yanni Klemencic, who has also you know, been to Spain in the Olympics. He went also to Sydney. We have Mitya Beltram, Gasper Strahonik. Just unbelievable the amount of names that are on this boat.
The curriculums.
Yeah, and the curriculums are just unbelievable.
Yes, very good. Well,
I have some information. Apparently, we are going to a Charlie minus. For all of those of you, let me just translate that. That basically means Charlie as in change, a C flag, minus, meaning the course will be a little bit smaller. So we're probably actually seeing a little bit less wind if they decide to do that.
Looks like it.
Now, what this changes, and which is going to be really interesting, is that the top mark, we will no longer have a dog leg. So we will now no longer have that offset mark,
exactly.
that little beam reach that we need to do. We will have a pink-colored buoy, and what that does, basically means that as soon as the boat get to that buoy, which indicates that Charlie minus, they'll be able to bear away and go down. And we've often seen at this point drama happen, especially with hoisting the spinnaker. So right now, you know, we have Ecuador, which is sitting behind Lithuania. It's not over yet. Anything could still happen. We really need to see what's going to be happening on the next windward mark.
Yeah, I think Ecuador is looking for the left mark right now.
Yeah, right now we're going down to the gate. So that information I just gave you is regarding the next leg. Right now, let's concentrate on getting down to the gate and seeing which gate is favorable. We see there is actually some nice pressure right there. We're getting a nice little bow wave off of Slovenian boat right there with a nice drone shot just right on the side. Just beautiful to be able to see what's going on right there, just outside the boat. Unbelievable to be able to show you that. And then these onboard cameras. Look at the concentration on your team right here. Why don't you tell me a little bit about who's here, who's who?
Yeah, well, right now we have at the front Sebastián Herrera and Edgar Diminich, which are number 4 and number 13. They've been well, Sebastián Herrera have been competing at Lightnings and Laser, Sunfish. They've won national championships in Sunfish. Edgar Diminich has a very great curriculum. In Optimist, Sunfish 2, I think he got a vice champion, second in Sunfish, second place. And then you have Rafael Quintero, who is the trimmer right now, the spinnaker trimmer. Matias Dick, he was also there. He's right now the tactician. Julio Velez, which is the captain. He's number 10. And at the helm, it's Jonathan Martinetti. It's number 9.
Yeah, all small boat sailors, all guys that are coming out of pretty much, well, when they were younger, obviously all sailing in the Opti class.
Yes.
And then they moved on to the Sunfish class, which is a very, very popular, not so popular in Europe, but very popular in South America and in North America.
That. Yeah.
Yeah. We don't have very many Sunfish here. A lot of people sail on lasers, which is obviously
it's a
very popular boat all over the world. Yeah, but not so much all these. Here we go. We're just quickly interrupt you. We're at 200 meters away from the leeward gate, and we see Team Slovenia right there putting up their jib. Interesting to see. Here we go. The kite's coming down right now. Let's see what maneuvers they're going to do. Are they doing a windward drop? It'll be interesting to see that. Obviously, it looks like everything's going well. Yeah, they did
they took their time.
A little windward drop going down, finishing really close to that mark. Now that's a difficult move. You see how they've had to pretty much, they've done a 180. And what's difficult about that is making sure you don't lose too much speed.
Yes, that's very important.
So now they need to get everything back in order and make sure that they don't have knots everywhere. There you go. You see there. After a maneuver like that, you know, that you'll sort of have lines everywhere. Knots have been made all over the place, so it's really important to keep those boats clean.
Yeah, we call it housekeeping in our boat.
Yeah, housekeeping for sure. Here we go with Lithuania right now, which is about 30 seconds, probably probably a good 40, 50 seconds behind the first board. There we go. We were there, Charlie minus. So it doesn't look like we've had. So you see, there is no color. There, we don't see a red or a green, a big red-green square on that sign, which means that the course is staying in the same direction. Which I believe we were at 230 or something like that. Don't quote me on this,
270.
but 270,
yeah.
right? And so we just a little bit shorter right now. We're trying to stay in the timeline. The reason why we have a time. We're trying to aim for 45 minutes, maximum 50. The reason being is that within the racing rules, we cannot get a start going on past 4 o'clock this afternoon.
Okay, yeah.
And so yeah, so it's absolutely just we really have 2 races today. Equator just took their spinnaker down. Looks like they've had no problems. They're going back up. And they're on their way back up. There's a little bit of house cleaning right there, making sure those lines are not in the water. Every little bit helps. If you've got your spinnaker lines that are out in the water, then that's no good.
I went to the other mark.
They did go to the other mark. Okay. So everybody is still on a start. No, they're on a port tack, are they not?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Yeah, things are changing so quickly. There is so much action going on right now.
Yeah, Lithuania is coming for Ecuador right now.
Yeah, so Lithuania not letting Ecuador go by themselves on the right-hand side. If Ecuador does go on the right-hand side, they could have the opportunity perhaps to touch some wind or to get a little bit more pressure or something, which could potentially put them, get them back into the game. So playing the defensive game right now is Lithuania.
Yeah, the good thing about the SSL 47 is that, right? If you get a little bit puff, you can get very near to the
Yeah. You know what would be great right now is just to see what's happening. We see that there's some pressure out there on the water, and we have Marco that's out there. You know, Marco, if you can hear us, how's it going out there on the water? We're seeing a lot of action. Did you finally get that breeze you were looking for?
Yeah, unfortunately, that breeze that I saw earlier kind of worked its way out of the way, obviously, and it kind of is on the further left side of the course. So that's where it is, and unfortunately, it just doesn't make sense from a VMG standpoint to head all the way out there and then come back on the race course. But yeah, I mean, actually, it seems like it might be the contrary, with the breeze dropping a little since now the sun came out and not many clouds also in the air. So it's looking like these are gonna be the conditions for the remainder of the race and probably even for the next one. But we'll just have to wait and see.
It looks rather nice. You know, from being here inside in the commentary booth, the images are just beautiful. We're getting this nice drone shot right now, looking like all the crews are hanging out. So looks like we've got some pressure out there.
No, there definitely is. It's like 6, 7, maybe even 8 knots of wind out here. All the boats beautifully heeled over. You know, that golden SSL 47 just shining perfectly in the light. So yeah, I mean, what can I say? It's just another, up till this moment, perfect performance by Slovenia, just dominating the race course and reading all the little tiny puffs, because there are some small puffs coming down once in a while, and they're just doing a beautiful job navigating it all, and they're just extending. It's incredible to watch, honestly.
Yeah, and Marco, right now we're seeing that Ecuador is actually is now in second place, just over Lithuania. Now we don't know if that's just a tracker system that's just pointing this out to us, or if it really is the case. It seems like we're going to have a really super close one as we get up here to the windward mark.
Yeah, that's how it's looking, because Ecuador now is all the way out on the right side of the course, and they will have to tack eventually. They will come back on starboard tack So it's going to be interesting to see the cross with Lithuania. I don't know, it looks like they're about 500 meters from the mark, maybe you can correct me, and they're going to think about tacking soon, but you probably can see that with all the ley lines
you're
and everything here.
absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You're seeing it right. 500 meters when you were talking. Right now we're getting down to 400 meters. It looks as though it seems kind of like as though they're going over ley line, but I'm guessing we've had a left-hand shift, and so therefore as soon as they get onto the ley line, we're going to see. I suppose that the Ecuador will go a little bit above ley line in order to have a maximum amount of speed and attack Lithuania. So it'll be really interesting. We're all hoping that we're going to have a real battle for this next downhill. And Marco, please just don't hesitate to come back and let us know what's going on. Here we go. We've got a tack from Slovenia, so it looks as though they're on the ley line. And now we are going to have these two teams. Now we have Ecuador and Lithuania, which are about to tack. And this is it. This is really the very important moment right now. Ecuador absolutely has to be in front of Lithuania for us to be able to see another epic battle on the next race. We will have another race.
Yes, it will be very interesting if we get second. So we're waiting for the tack.
Yeah, we're waiting for that tack, and what are these guys doing? Here
there was a
so
shift,
we have it looks like a big left-hand shift. We'll see what the battle is like over here. There we go, that pink buoy that we were talking about. Now here we go with Team Slovenia is going to show us how it's done. I believe they're going to take their time and make sure they don't have any issues. Probably that the spinnaker will come out a little bit slower. There we go. We're already at 1 boat length. So it's a little bit slower, but just making sure that they have no problems. So it took them about 2.5 boat length this time, twice as long as last time. But that is still really fast considering all the maneuvers they have to do, and these boats and the size of these boats. And let's not forget, we're talking about 240 square meters of sail area.
That's only like a football field. It's big enough.
Yeah, it's just like a football field. It is. So here we go. We've had the two last teams that have tacked now. Ecuador and Lithuania. It looks as though from the tracker system, perhaps they're getting a header right now. It's kind of difficult to see. We see that the ley line is kind of changing all the time. We need to sort of look at the line that they're drawing out there and seeing what's happening. It looks as though it's pretty shifty. So that's Team Lithuania. We see Ecuador. We were hoping Ecuador was going to be a little bit closer than that.
Yeah, it has a very long distance.
Yeah, very long distance.
100 meters maybe.
Yeah, look at that lead from Slovenia. 1 minute 23 seconds, and they still, the second team boat has not yet made it to that pink marker. There we go, that pink marker. Now let's take a look at this. This is where Team Ecuador is just praying something is going to go wrong on this boat, and where Team Lithuania cannot afford to mess anything up. So let's take a look at this hoist. And it looks like they're having a little bit of an issue here. They're having a little bit of an issue. It doesn't look like it's going up quite as quickly as they want. There we go. It's taken them a little bit of time. It doesn't look like as though the spinnaker has gone into the water, but it definitely looks like there was a little bit of a struggle.
I think they're having a struggle in the main.
Yeah, it looks like there's an issue with the main there. Is that the Cunningham that looks like they're trying to release the Cunningham? Is that going to be enough of an issue for Ecuador to come back?
I don't think so. I think Lithuania is having an advantage there, very big advantage. But let's see at the end. we can attack them from the other side. So let's hope something happens.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe now we'll
need
see
a
a split or something that
Yes,
that might
exactly.
happen. That's really the only other option that we have, because if Ecuador just follows Lithuania, it'll be, you know, a little choo-choo train all the way down
So,
to the finishing line.
We'll get the third. The hoist of the spinnaker was very nice, very clean. And
Yeah, no issues. I'm
no
sure there
issues.
will never be any other more issues.
yeah, yeah.
Enough pressure.
Yeah.
They did it once. Yeah, they're not going to do it again. So here we go. You see beautiful blue skies. All the storms have passed. See a little bit of pressure. That pressure Marco was talking to us about there on the left-hand side. It seems that probably not going to get that split, because as Marco said, there is pressure on the left-hand side of the race course. So for all of you, when we're talking about the left-hand side of the race course, we're talking as we're looking at the race course going up the race course.
Yeah.
Even as we're going down, right now they're still sailing on the left-hand side of the race course.
Yes, of course.
So
Yeah.
just
Yeah, it just-
because it's a little
it's a matter of
confusing.
perspective sometimes. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, and we'll see them here on the tracker. They're on the right-hand side, which is the left-hand side of the race course.
Exactly.
Right. I think everybody got that one now. This is Team Lithuania with Ecuador just behind. So Ecuador right there is just really looking for that pressure, trying to come back and seeing what they're going to do. But with 720 meters left right now in the last leg, it's looking like it's going to be very, very difficult for them to be able to make it and to catch the other guys again. So it looks right now as though we are going to have Slovenia finish first, Lithuania second, and Ecuador third. We see the finishing line right here, so we are only 600 meters away from the finishing line. Still full concentration.
And it seems there's,
So we're going to go for a jibe here. So getting ready. There we go. Spinnaker is gone. And we see number 7 right there pulling on that spinnaker sheet, being helped by the 2 grinders that are turning the winch, which is just underneath there. Number 7 right there, getting right back into it. So they've decided to make a move. They've decided to jibe and see if they can't get some more pressure, if they can't do something in order to come back. 480 meters left until we get back into the to the finishing line here for Slovenia, which is just leisurely cruising to the finishing line.
exactly.
They have over a minute and a half of lead over the second place boat. Still a full concentration. You see there Vasily, who's in his aerodynamic position. They've got great speed on that boat. You just really, you could tell that they're, yeah. Oh yeah, because they know they're qualified. Yes. So they will be going to the 32nd of the final. Look at that, they can already celebrate. Telling everybody, oh, stop it, shh, everybody be quiet. And he's the one that's celebrating. 250 meters left. These guys, look at the smile on their face. They know they're going to the 32nd of the final. They will be in Bahrain in the month of November. Look at this, absolutely wonderful. No more pressure on them right now. They did a great job. 154 meters left. Here we go. This is the finals. Here, the final finishing line right here. Ah, congratulations. It looks like they have done it. It looks like they have done it. It looks like for the time being, as it stands right now, they are making it to the finals. However, I've just been told that there might be a protest against Slovenia. We'll see what's going on. Apparently, something with a cell phone being used in the line of procedure time. I'm not quite sure exactly what's going on. I don't know if it's true or if it's not. We'll see what's going on. But as it stands right now, it looks as though Slovenia is going to the finals, or to the final series. The 32nd of the finals, and right now we have Team Lithuania, which mathematically speaking, you were doing the math. Are they qualified, or do?
Yes. Oh well, if something exceptional happens, they won't. But I think they will be qualified if they get this second place.
If they get the second place, there's even if Ecuador wins the next race, they'll still be 1 point ahead.
Yes.
Yeah.
At least 1 point.
Yeah. Okay. So they can be pretty happy. Maybe they haven't quite done the math. They're going past the lured gate, and we'll see what their reaction is. It's not over yet. They still got to make this jibe. Anything could still happen if they drop the spinnaker and it just completely stops them. There is a possibility for Ecuador to come back. But they've got to be only 50 meters away from the finishing line right here. Team Lithuania looking like perhaps mathematically speaking they are also qualified to the for the finals. Let's see what's going to happen. Anything is still in play. Do we have a protest or not? Anyhow, it doesn't matter. Let's concentrate on what's happening right now. Congratulations. Oh yeah, I think they. I
think they got it.
I think they got it. Yeah. I think they know they're qualified, and they definitely. It's hard to go from that. From being so concentrated to just to euphoria, but they've still got one more race, huh? They still got one more race, and they got to show Slovenia that you know they're there to play, because that's who they might be seeing in the 32nd of the finals. Here comes Ecuador. Ecuador, a valiant team, putting in a spectacular effort. Unfortunately, maybe too little, too late. I'm really disappointed that they weren't able to make more of a move. I think on that first windward leg, they should have been a little bit more aggressive on that port and starboard situation. But you know, racing is racing. That's, you know, decisions have to be made, and it's not always easy to make the right decision at the right time. Whether it was the right one or the wrong one, we'll never know.
Sometimes it's easy when you're looking at in this perspective. Maybe something happened why they weren't aggressive enough. But
yeah, exactly.
But,
I mean, we have an outside view. Generally, outside views are very good. Yeah, we'll see.
But well, yeah, Slovenia and Lithuania were the better teams. To be honest, I'm proud of the team. I think we gave a lot of effort, and let's hope we win the last race, at least for to take one home.
Yeah, that would absolutely that would really be nice. I think that is really you deserve it. Even if by winning the last race, probably unfortunately will not be enough to get the team qualified. But it would just feel good to be able to go home and to have one underneath the belt, and and just take it home for the team. That's the race results right there that we're just seeing. And here we go with the winning team speaking to the jury, and this is sort of what I was being told, a potential protest. I'm not quite sure what's happening. We'll have to get a little bit more information, but drama right here. If that's the case, and there is a protest, This could change. This could potentially change the outcome.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Doubtful that it changes the outcome because they
final
only
outcome, I don't
needed
think
2
so.
points
Yeah.
to win. So even if they'll probably get themselves qualified, even if Lithuania, for example, were to win the last one and this next one. However, if they get no points for this one and they get no points for the next one because something happens,
Yeah, that will be different.
that's a whole
different
different story.
story,
And now
yes.
and then we could have Ecuador getting back into it. Obviously, we still have one more race to go. Before we get that underway, and everybody's taking out their calculators right now and trying to figure out what's going to happen. This is just absolutely exciting stuff. Let's have a little quick race replay and see what happened on this incredible start. Let's check it out. Look at this. There it is. Okay, so we have getting some information right now of what's going out on the water. It seems as though there is a protest against Team Slovenia for apparently it is the tech committee who is protesting against the Slovenian boat for the usage of a phone in the what seems to be in the starting sequence. I believe in the 5 minutes. We are currently waiting for confirmation of that protest. Yes, there it is. I now have the protest is confirmed. We now have to wait for the jury and decide if the results shall change or not. Unbelievable. We've had a crazy start, and now we're having a crazy finish. It's just hard to say what's going on. Just a lot of things happening out here on this race course, and I guess we're just right now we're sitting around and waiting to see what's happening. We need to get that next race underway. It is currently 3:26 local time. We have until 4 o'clock, so we have exactly 34 minutes to get a race started. If that race does not get started within the next 34 minutes, well, then these results will be the final results.
I heard something about that yesterday too. So
Yeah, we're going to be seeing some images. Just been told here that we'll be seeing some images of the infraction. We do not have, we do not really know yet what the outcome of that is. Here we go. I see a jury boat which is coming over towards them, and they will be letting them know. Maybe we can look at the body language. Okay, here we go with the infraction. There it looks like there's a phone. Igor has maybe a phone in his left hand. There he is. We see that phone right there. What is going on? Apparently, yeah. So there's definitely a phone in his hand. I don't know. I doubt he's texting his wife. Let's figure this out. Let's look exactly here at the body language of these guys on the boat, and perhaps we will know what's happening. Jury is now explaining what is happening. It looks as though, yeah, they seem pretty disappointed. Could it be possible that they just got disqualified from this race? If that's the case, they will have no points. So they will not be putting up any points on the scoreboard for the time being. We know that the AP flag is up, so right now we're waiting. The time is counting right now. 32 minutes left until we can get the next race going. That's plenty of time, or at least it should be plenty of time to get everything going. Yeah, seeing from the demeanor, it looks as though they're going to have to. Looks as though they might be disqualified from this race. I will have more information, ladies and gentlemen, about what is going on in a short little while. Perhaps Marco, who is out on the water, has a little bit more information, or at least perhaps can tell me what's going on with the wind. Maybe if Marco, if you can hear me, I don't know if you're out there, if you can hear me or not.
Yeah, hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Perfect.
Perfect.
So yeah, what's going on out there?
Pressure-wise, it's a little bit dying. I have no other way to explain it. Unfortunately, it looks like it's creeping its way into lower single digits, so I'm looking at like 6, maybe 5. But now nobody's kind of focusing on the pressure. Everybody is still kind of waiting on what the jury will decide. AP flag is up, so it looks like they're going to take their time to evaluate the case and decide what the penalty should be on SSL Team Slovenia for this infraction.
Right. Okay. We saw that the jury boat was going over towards their boat and discussing with them. It looks, if we were looking at the body language, it looks as though they're very disappointed. I have the impression from the onboard camera and from their body language right here that we're seeing that it looks like as though they got a penalty, or it looks as though that might be the case.
I don't know. No penalties have been confirmed to this point. Jury is still deliberating on what the penalty should be, but all the jury has, come together. We see them right here. I don't know if you have this image.
Yeah,
they're all right
we're
here on the same rib, talking it over. Yes. So it's going to be interesting to see what the outcome of this is. But regardless, I think I'm almost 100% sure that SSL Team Lithuania is actually qualified for Bahrain. So hope they're happy, and their celebrations are not going to be stopped by any protests in this minute.
Right, and we're seeing right now, it's 3:31 p.m. We've got 29 minutes left until we can get a next start going. Even if this gets solved relatively quickly, in your opinion, do you think we can? Is there enough wind we can get another one in, or?
Yeah, no, there definitely is wind, and also these boats are amazing, so they can pretty much ghost their way around the race course in 2-3 knots. So no, absolutely no concerns as far as pressure is concerned. But yeah, I'm honestly on the edge of my seat here, just waiting to see what the jury decides, because it could be costly for Slovenia.
Yeah, it could be very costly for them. Probably, if that is the case, I'm guessing that they're not going to have any points. We were just looking at the race committee right there, just sort of waiting, sitting on the back of the boat. Everybody's waiting for the jury to. There's our race committee director right there, Paul Hutton, which is standing up on the rib, and. Yeah, we're going to figure this out. A lot of things are happening. We're going to come back to the studio here, and hello, everybody, and welcome back. Yeah, it's, a lot of things are happening. We're trying to figure it all out. Listen, we're going to get this next race underway.
Hope so.
Yeah, we're and in any case, want to thank you very much, Juan Andres.
Thank you for
Mr.
For
Santos. Thank you for coming in. Really, we saw some great sailing from your team, and I think they could be proud of what they've done. And they definitely put on a show for us. We were holding our breath for you guys the whole time.
Thank you.
Sailing, it is what it is. Anyway, we got one more race. Hopefully they can win that one and feel good about.
Yeah,
about
it should be.
home.
Yeah, it should be very good for the spirits of the people of the crew. So let's go home and at least win the last one. The good thing about that, what Marcus said, the SSL 47. Actually, with this win, we kind of win 2, 3, 4 knots. You have to hike, so so it's very physical demanding.
Yeah, well, anyhow, on those very positive words, thank you very much. Thank you for having been with us, and we've got a couple little clips for you guys as we wait to get back onto the race course. So. All right, guys, welcome back. Things that are happening out on the water. We had to take that little break here because we now have Matteo Auguadro.
Yeah. It's a very difficult surname. Sorry about it.
So Matteo is a big boat specialist. He's a coach actually for big boats for emerging nations. Sails on TP52s and maxi boats. So it'll be really interesting to get some of his input here for this last race.
Yeah.
And
Matteo,
welcome.
Thank you very much, Jan. Can't wait to see my race live. I hope it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's really, we hope it's going to happen here. We're looking, we've got 22 minutes left to get this race started and underway. We were seeing that the jury was still out on the water and sort of deciding what's going on and what's happening. I don't think they've taken a decision quite yet. There we go. You're looking at the race committee boat with the AP flag still flying. So we're still waiting. We still got a little bit of time until we can get the starting procedure underway. The starting procedure takes it can take 6 minutes, and so therefore, technically speaking, we can still have a little bit of time before we get that underway. As we're waiting for a little bit more a little bit more information of what's going on the water. Now we have a small interview for you guys of some of the Olympic sailors that are here this week, and that gave us just a wonderful interview yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, as probably most of the Olympians, we start our sailing career back in the days very early, 6 years old or something, and then it's like you have this clear goal to get to the Olympics. So I was lucky enough to qualify in the Rio. In London. I was not that lucky enough to qualify for Beijing. I was the first guy who didn't got the spot in the Beijing Olympics. So London for me was like a goal to be achieved. In the laser class, ILCA 7 now. Back in the day, the results weren't so fine. So after London Olympics, I've quit my Olympic sailing, and I went for offshore sailing because in Lithuania we had this Umber sailboat, which was doing like the trip around the world, which was super exciting. That was one of the things I really wanted to do, and I spent about a year sailing with a boat. I got a lot of miles in the ocean, crossed Cape Horn twice. So, and then we came back to Lithuania and that boat broke mast, so my kind of career went on the hold. But lucky enough, the Volvo Ocean Race 14-15 years edition was starting, and the Team Brunel, Dutch team, were looking for under 30 crew. And for my age, I had a lot of experience, so I applied. And due to the whole selection process, I got selected into the team, and I did the whole race with them. We finished second, but that was like for me the biggest learning curve and the learning process in my whole sailing career. I learned so much in like team building and high performance sailing, and now being here in these projects is just like another step in my sailing career.
Here we go. We're back onto the Slovenian boat right here. So we have news. We have some good news. It seems as though the protest has been dismissed. No issues with the fact that he was holding a phone. Don't know. Maybe we'll have a little bit more information at the end of the racing. But for the time being, that's no protests. So. Definitely, Slovenia is in the groove. They are qualified as well as Lithuania. But let's take a look at this next race that we have coming up, and we know that the orange flag has gone up, so there should be racing within 10 minutes. There will be some racing.
Very good. For what I saw from the image, Vasily was using the phone just like a compass. Instead of using and compass, he was.
Right. Okay.
That might be the reason why the jury dismissed the protest, because he was only using it as a compass.
Okay.
That's my.
I guess we didn't see him with a with a compass around his neck. The only thing I saw that he had on him was his watch for the timing.
Yep.
And so yeah, perhaps he forgot it in the car or something. And
I think that's it. This is it.
and was trying to find a solution. So here we go with the provisional overall right now. Slovenia with 17 points, Lithuania with 12 points, Ecuador 7 points. Oh, you see we have just done race 5. We are now going to get started on race number 6. We have 17 minutes before we can no longer have a race started. So we are right now in the racing, close to the racing procedure. The orange flag has gone up, and
there's a little bit of wind.
There's a little bit of wind,
6
so
knots, 6, 7 knots probably. These boats are going very well in this breeze. They fully powered up with this big mainsail, the big Genoa. So I don't see why we're not racing.
No.
So let's go for it.
I think all right, there we go. You heard it, boys. Take that AP flag down and let's go racing.
I hope so.
Yeah, it says, so basically the flag goes up. It says that we can have a race within the next 10 minutes. They can drop that AP flag whenever they want. They could drop it 6 minutes before the start, and we can get racing going very, very quickly. As soon as they drop the AP flag, 1 minute later, they can begin the procedure.
Okay, I think we're pretty close to it. Looks like the guys are getting ready, getting warmed up for racing. So we're very close to the racing.
Yeah, we saw before, sort of what we've been seeing all week with these teams is that Slovenia is having had a really hard time getting a good start, getting sandwiched out a lot this week. They finally had a really good start this time around. Pretty much keeping there we go, AP flag is down. We saw them keeping Ecuador. Ecuador head to wind, and they had a hard time getting off the line. So first time we saw an aggressive start. We saw a protest right on the starting line. Really interesting. We're seeing a little bit more dynamic. That was the first protest of the whole week, was in the last regatta here in the last hour. So we're seeing now that there's a little bit more pressure. Now it seems as though, mathematically speaking, both the teams, Lithuania and Slovenia, are qualified. But what we really would like to see, and that we've been waiting for this whole week, is we want to see Ecuador out in front, and we want to see them get a win. Even if they're not qualified, we want to see them out there. It'd just be great. They've been sailing great all week. They've had a couple little issues, and I think it'd be really good for their morale.
Yeah,
I'm sure as a coach you could understand that.
Yeah, I saw a few of the races in the last couple of days. I missed the race of this afternoon, but I saw them starting very well. So it's a matter of starting well and keeping the pace out of the marks. I think they don't have much experience in this kind of boats, so going around the mark in this SSL 47 is not that easy if you're not used to it. So hopefully this time on the 6th race they'll make it.
Yeah, they'll have that experience that they're lacking. They've been making it up. On the fly, basically. 4 minutes, 10 seconds left here. Race 6, the final race of this second qualifying series of the SSL Gold Cup. And the two teams after that have been qualified right now are Slovenia and Lithuania. 3 minutes, 45 seconds. What's the most important thing to do right now? 3 minutes, 40 seconds before the start.
I think you need to have a good plan for the first bit. Basically, the tactician has to decide what part of the race course he wants to sail on, and make a plan to start on the proper side of the starting line. Normally with this breeze, I would choose the right, having sailed on this lake a little bit. So at 3 minutes, it's always good to be downwind of the pin, and then come back towards the committee so you have different choices. You can pick the boat coming on
So
starboard.
like we're seeing Slovenia right now, so that they're coming back on a port tack,
Yes.
being able to either cut right underneath and be the leeward boat, or perhaps slide in behind the two other boats.
This is one of the rules we always have on this kind of boat, and if it is too, being at 3 minutes below the pin gives you a lot of choices on the starting line.
Yeah, so we've been seeing, you know, all these races. We've been really seeing that leeward boat having a very big advantage, and sometimes the boat that's been squeezed in the middle has been able to sort of to get away, but it's a really difficult position. So either sort of take a flying start with a maximum amount of speed at the race committee, or risk getting squeezed out or having to, you know, duck down behind the boats. It's a risky place to be close to the committee boat.
It is sometimes, but what I wouldn't like to do in this start is being in the middle. I think being on the on one of the two sides give you a little bit more chances for the start of the bit.
Here we go. 1 minute, 40 seconds before the start. We're seeing the teams jostle now for positions. This is the crucial moment right now. We see Ecuador right there lining themselves up to be that leeward boat. Really they have nothing to lose right now. I'm sure they're going to be extremely aggressive, and we might even be able to see them luff the other two boats and not let them get a start. We've seen that in some of the other races in the prior weeks. It looks
Here
right now as though
Slovenia pushing down.
Slovenia again getting in that middle position. Somehow they are.
No, they're trying to. They want the right. I think Slovenia hardly want the right, and now they locked in,
now
so
we need Ecuador to keep their
yeah.
speed here. 55 seconds.
And Slovenia. Hopefully they are into the ley lines, so they can go towards the line and probably tuck away just after the gun and go to the right. Let's see from this image. Lithuania is keeping them.
Yeah.
And Lithuania is keeping them out of the ley line.
Now let's see what's going to happen here with Ecuador. 26 seconds left to go. They're probably going to. They're probably trying to get some speed here. It looks like Lithuania is really a little bit of a match race here. These two they just want to prove to one another that who is better than the other. I think because they will both be seeing each other again. Here we go. 4 seconds left on the clock. 2, 1, and that's
Bang.
the start right there.
Yeah,
we see the flag going down.
Yeah.
And we've got some good speed. Looks like, unfortunately, Slovenia, another bad start this week. They had one good start, and that's the one good start they needed. That was last race, and they got themselves qualified.
I think they're going to tack straight away. Normally 3, 2, 1, tack straight away, bang to the right. This is a start we call the dead bird. Is because Edberg, former Lingis handsman, likes to do that kind of start, to be right on the committee boat, even a little bit late, and to tack and take the right. And sometimes most of the time he makes it work. Sometimes it's very late, so that's why we call it that bird.
Right, yeah, because it's a very risky move, basically, right?
It
live or die sort of thing.
Yes. Ecuador leading at the moment. Let's see where the best breeze will be on this race course. Looks very light at the top of the bit. I'm not sure how long, I didn't see how long was the first bit.
It looks like we got 1.5 kilometers.
Kilometers, not, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I have it in kilometers here. So that would be 0.8, 0.9 nautical miles. 0.8 probably, yeah. Something like that.
So short bit. The right boat will not be able to bang
play to us is Ecuador with a very nice start. They've been getting good starts all week, and there we go again. A very nice start there. They're on their own. They're on the left-hand side. They're probably hoping that those other two will have a match race and that they can get out in front. Now, like we said, we really want to see them get out there now. Make sure they've had good speed. They are now in the lead. They are on the left-hand side of the race course. We were seeing a little bit more pressure on the left-hand side of the race course on the last race.
They're attacking right now. Let's see. Nice job. I would squeeze the boat in 3, 2, 1, and up now, maybe? Yeah. Here they comes. Here they comes. Good pressure for them. They definitely have
that little pump.
They got a little more pressure. Maybe they're a bit headed compared to the other two boats on towards the right of the coast. The
right of the race course. Yeah, it kind of looked like as we were looking the right-hand side of the race course, we weren't seeing so many ripples on the water. However, we have noticed. I mean, we can't forget about how high the masts are on this boat. 21 meters high is the mast, and so it's not because we're not seeing ripples on the water that there's no wind out there. The wind could just be a little bit higher up. So
absolutely.
The good guys, the good teams, the good tacticians and skippers, they can see that, they can feel that there is pressure, and it's really difficult for us, especially being here, to be able to notice that there's some speed. But if we look at the back of the boat right there, we see that the boat is moving nicely, even though there are no ripples. So there is some pressure.
There is surely some pressure. That there can even be different pressure, different direction from what is on the sea surface, lake surface, or up 10 meters up, and you can notice it trimming the sail. So you have to even adjust the sail in the way that they are really well adjusted for the shear of the pressure in the air.
That's very interesting. So would you say that could you even perhaps have a sort of sail that is being set in one way, sort of in the bottom half of the sail, and the upper half you'd perhaps be twisting it in another way depending on the wind?
Yes. That happens most of the time when the difference in temperature is high between the water and the air. That makes the wind shift between the mast height. So it's up to the trimmers, up to the guy watching at the sail, watching at the telltales, to understand what's the best way to trim the sail for the shear of the wind.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question, but you answered it. How do you see that?
You mostly you see it by the telltales. On big boats you can notice it with the instruments, but here we have no instruments. We have no information on the wind on the top of the mast. When you have instruments, you notice it more, but only by looking at the telltales, how they
going behind the main sail, or if they're floating.
Yes.
Right.
That's a way to understand where the shear is. I think Ecuador had to tuck away because they were headed going towards the other two boats. Hopefully they're gonna get a little bit of lift here towards the top gate.
Now we see that they have 1,124 meters left until they get to that windward mark. Looks like spirits are good on the boat right there on their first leg. Like we said, this is race number 6 of this second round of the qualifying series of the SSL Gold Cup. This is the final day. This is Golden Day. All of the points that are awarded today counts double. And so a very, very important day for everybody out there.
It is Lithuania and Slovenia still sailing on port. Lithuania covering nicely the Slovenian boat. They will, I think, they will wait until the ley line and just tuck on them and make a big damage on the Slovenian sails and letting them lose a lot of time. Slovenia has to tack before the ley line.
Lithuanian, just the skipper back there that was just pointing his finger and looking like he was seeing perhaps some wind.
Yes, here there comes in a good. This is the Ecuadorian boat in a good pressure. Looks like there's not much pressure on the top right, so maybe Ecuador will catch a little bit of breeze going.
Yeah, look, they're
own.
Smiling. I mean, I'm thinking
they got nothing to lose.
Yeah,
so
they
need to enjoy this race and win it and make the best of it, make the best of the day.
And I think maybe that's what the Lithuanian team was pointing at, was probably, look at those guys over there. They're flying. They've got pressure over on the left. Look at this. They're all hanging out.
All hiking.
All hiking right there. Yeah. So
they had pressure.
Good pressure. Very good pressure. There's a good bow wave coming off of that boat right now.
Right now, they're
as
leading.
a matter of fact, we can see here Ecuador is moving at 7 knots. And the others are at 4.9, 4.3 knots.
Big difference in wind speed. Wind speed, yeah.
There we go. I mean, Ecuador, at this point, they could almost be putting one lap. Well, let's not get that excited. Yeah. But for sure, right now, Ecuador with a definitely a very big lead. They've got the pressure. They're on that left-hand side. We saw that there was pressure on the left-hand side earlier in the last race. Marco told us there was some pressure out there on the left-hand side. I believe that yeah, the only reason the other two teams are out there was the dead bird maneuver, which and had basically Lithuania just wanted to cover Slovenia, and Slovenia pulled them off to the right-hand side.
Yes.
I think right now it's just a little battle between those two and just trying to show them, you know, who's boss.
See, we can clearly see that the right-hand side of the course is very light at this moment, and the ley lines are moving a lot on the tracking. That means that the wind is shifting a lot.
Here we go. Look at this nice boat work right there. Everybody together. That was much more coordinated than the last one, where we saw sort of 1 or 2 people come up at the same time.
Lithuania and Slovenia, they're coming back.
It's quite interesting to look at the tracker. If we could perhaps take a quick look at the tracker. We have both boats are going head to head, one into the other. Apparently, there's a glitch. No. It's not a lot, as you're saying, there's a lot of things that are happening out there on the water. But here we go. We've got a very nice drone shot here, and we can see that everybody is on the windward side. Nobody's hiking, so they're going into a little bit less pressure. We see that on the water as they're getting to the windward mark. Here we go. This is the second time these guys go get first around the windward mark. This is the break we wanted. This is what we wanted to see these guys do. We want to see them stay out in front and get this race win.
They're getting into a little bit of a light spot.
Yeah, look at this tracker.
But they still, I think they still have pressure to make it leading to the top mark. Lithuania, Slovenia, right now they have a little better breeze, but Ecuador should be safe in front.
Yeah, probably, and especially when they're going to come back over towards the offset mark, and they'll get right back into that pressure that they were earlier.
You got a little bit of wane, so that means that the pressure is dropping.
We can see a little bit of ripples on the water there. Very light conditions at the end of today. We're actually very lucky to have some wind today because we had thunderstorms this morning, and generally after thunderstorms, as most people know that are sailing,
it's very hard
to get
to have a settled wind direction. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was coming from the south, and there was a bit of breeze on land. I was hoping to see a little more southerly wind coming, but this is more than enough for sailing. Here comes.
Here we go with Ecuador getting to the windward mark. Here we go. We'll see them with a nice
Tacking
tag.
on ley line. Bang. Gino is in.
Let's see some good boat handling here. Let's try to get a nice pump.
Ooh, it's very light. Yeah, they have a massive lead.
We're not even going for the bump, I think.
No, they have to stay down to lure. Here he comes, bowman on the bow.
Yeah, making sure that they're working that that spinnaker and getting that spinnaker out there, and making sure that the tack line is out there as well as and perhaps correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that the rule says that you can take your bowsprit out as long as you keep on feeding the spinnaker. You can't, for example, take the bowsprit out
and wait
and do nothing, right?
No.
Then you get penalized.
Yeah. So right now they're starting to move. So the bowsprit is out. The tack is slowly going out. The bowman holds the head of the sail. It's important to keep it as far forward as possible to feed it up in front of the jib.
Slide behind the jib
Yeah.
like that.
Here they go for a normal hoist. I think they should go straight for pressure. Here they go. Kite is filled. Gino is coming down, and I think they're going towards the windiest side of the course for sure.
A little bit. They're going back into that pressure that they were earlier. I'm sure you saw what happened yesterday with them dropping their kite into the water as they were leading. I guarantee you right now, and we saw that on the last race course, they will never, ever make that mistake again. It was an unfortunate mistake with them not getting loose and them losing the tack line, but I'm sure they've already checked that out six or seven times today, making sure that will never happen
For sure,
again.
these are not easy boats to sail. I've been sailing this boat since 2010, and for years I struggled to make the perfect maneuver. Right now I'm very experienced bowman on this boat, and still I can do mistakes. I have to be very careful every time you clean the spinnaker, the gennaker, every time you have to keep the retriever line clean down below. It's not easy.
It's not easy, and we were seeing also it's already not easy when the spinnaker is dry, but when the spinnaker is wet, it sticks together. Yeah. It's kind of like trying to put on a wet t-shirt, and it's just impossible now. It makes things much more difficult. Here we go now, Team Lithuania. We saw them 1 minute and 40 seconds behind Team Ecuador at the windward mark, and only about 30 seconds behind them is Team Slovenia. So we will see a battle between these two boats here. Even though these are the last two boats, they both are qualified for the finals that will be happening in November. But I think what they're really trying to show each other is, listen, we're going to see each other on the race course again, and we just want to prove to you that we're going to beat you next time we see you. I think this is, I'm pretty sure this is what they're trying to.
Sure, they don't want to come last in this race. There will be a battle all the way to the finish line for sure.
If that's the case, if we can get Lithuania in front of Slovenia, that they'll be happy. Because they win in front of Slovenia. Slovenia is first out of the group. They're happy, and if Ecuador wins, and it'll be just perfect. Everybody, it'll be a win-win-win situation for everyone.
Of course, I don't think it matters winning or coming seconds, because there's going to be a redraw for the final series, right?
Yeah, right now they're whether you're first or second, you're qualified.
You qualified, and
exactly. Listen, I think that we have Marco, which is out on the water. And Marco, if you can hear us, there we go, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Great,
ciao,
what's going on?
Ciao, Matteo.
Oh, it's good. You can hear Matteo.
Not
That's perfect.
much, like, as we said, yeah. Not much, as you guys said perfectly. Only pressure there is out here on the left. It's very fickle. It's very hard to kind of maintain that boat speed. Oh, wait. Lithuania and Slovenia are going for a simultaneous drive here. Ooh. It's really interesting to see these boats maneuver in such light breeze and, you know, all the teamwork involved on maintaining the boat fast. We see here Ecuador doing a beautiful job. And yeah, as I said, pressure's on the left. You can see puffs quite clearly making their way down the race course because it's so light, it's very easy to spot, you know, that slight difference in surface color or ripple on the water. So yeah, Ecuador doing a beautiful job just staying out here in front. Sun is out, it's getting warmer, and yeah, we're happy to be out of our rain jackets, to be honest.
And do you see if Slovenia jibed on top of Lithuania, because at the moment we can see the big scheme, so I think there's a battle between the second
no,
and
so
third.
at the moment they're more
Lithuania.
side by side than one on top of the other, and there is some wind shadow cast from Slovenia to Lithuania, but is not as significant as you might hope.
No, the Lithuania looks like they are bow forward on them and not having their Jenneker. No, they are in a lot more pressure now.
I just wanted to let you know, Marco, we're seeing here the projected results. Currently, with the way it is right now, Slovenia has now 19 points, Lithuania 16, and Ecuador 13. So very good. We've seen that, yeah, the points are coming back together, and good to see that Ecuador is finally out in front and leading.
Nice, beautiful.
Yeah, we're right beside them here. Yeah, doing a great job, you know, just keeping the boat slightly heeled over. They have a nice speed going, and it's good to see them out in front once in a while. Unfortunately, hard break yesterday, but hey, at least hopefully they get one win. And on Golden Day especially, where it's worth double. So I guess 2 wins in a way.
Yeah, and that's what we were just saying, Marco, is that, you know, if they win, that would be a great finish for them. If Lithuania finishes in front of Slovenia, that's also good for them. Shows Slovenia that they're in the game, and that they can win, also that they can beat them. So we're winning. We're looking at, you know, everybody's winning in this race. Marco, I also have been informed that we are looking at a Charlie minus and right. If I don't know, perhaps as you're coming down to the gate, maybe you can see that and confirm that for me. Maybe
so yes,
far.
actually yes, Charlie minus. Yeah, I'm a little far, but I can see there's a committee boat right in the middle, and they're holding up the sign. They're ready for us. So Ecuador should be there in like, yeah, roughly 400, 300 meters. So yeah, we can expect a single mark at the top of this upwind beat.
And shorter, significantly shorter, I think, for the
probably
amount of breeze they have.
Yeah, it'll be, yeah, as Matteo is saying, significantly shorter, probably this race course. And like you said, Marco, we will see that pink buoy up at the top, which means that it makes it always very exciting to have that
Single
one buoy
mark.
and no offset mark. You know, Matteo was just saying how hard it is already when you have time on an offset mark to do the maneuvers, and they won't have that offset mark now.
No, can't wait to see. I think they will be well prepared on this beat. The bowman will be clearing the Jenneker at his best, for sure. Genoa is going up.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for all that information. Marco Rossini, our on-water reporter, has been with us all week, giving us some crucial information, things we can't see, we can't feel. He's out on the water. He's really in the action of it all. And Marco, anytime you want to come back, just let us know. Here we go. We're getting down to the leeward gate.
Right mark, weather drop, jibe.
Are they doing a weather
drop? Yeah.
Good, it's not going into the water. Very nice.
No. The weather drop is always a safe maneuver because the sails comes down more onto
the deck. Yeah.
And
it's not all the way into the boat, but at least it's not into
safe.
the water. So
safe in the boat.
And they keep that speed, right?
Yeah, and they're heading into more pressure for sure on the left. So win-win maneuver, getting the right gate, right mark on the gate.
There it is. Charlie minus. Oh no, it looks like same wind direction, just a shorter course.
Yeah.
So that is our race committee right there.
And the wind is significantly lighter compared to the start we had before.
Significantly later, exactly as you say. We will see on the tracking system perhaps the new orientation of the new buoy. But right now, let's concentrate on these takedowns here between these two teams. There's a real battle going on right here.
Lithuania taking the right gate as well. Maybe Slovenia would split. They don't have much to lose. They're probably gonna head to the other end of the race course.
So, Matteo, you having sailed on these big boats a lot, in these light conditions, how important is it to be able to keep your speed and not do a maneuver like they've just done? They've essentially done a 180.
Yes, a 180 is very painful because you jibe into your dirty air, and it means that you have to a strong belief in the direction you want to go. They're still very slow. While Slovenia kept the speed on port, they made a nice drop. And they're keeping speed.
Yeah, they're very smooth, very smooth. Right
they
should
take the crew weight a little more to lure. But I think they closed the gap a little bit with Lithuania.
You see, we see right here Slovenia right now with 4.3 knots of speed and Lithuania with 3.3 knots of speed. Yeah. So just by doing that maneuver and being much smoother, they have 1 knot more of the speed, and we're seeing that on our screen, things that you viewers can't see, but we have that information, and you know, just relaying that back to you guys. So really important, deciding on making sure that you're not putting that you're not putting your rudder all the way sideways, and it's basically putting on the handbrake when you take a turn like that.
Yes, but the problem here is that Slovenia doesn't have much options because the right side of the course looks very light, so they have to take the other mark and tack, and they're basically following Lithuania. There's not much. They have a little bit of righty up there.
Yeah, we see everybody here on the Lithuanian boat, just staying down on the bottom right there. We have the tactician with his number 9, Rokas Milevichus. He's making sure that he's putting his weight in the right place. Obviously, here that we see we have our helmsman right there, which is keeping. Oh, he looks like he's changing sides, making sure that he's being able to read what's going on in that jib. It looks probably as though it might be a little bit shifty.
Yeah, it is shifting a little bit.
We have our trimmer, Claudio Kluchinskas, who is really attentive. You see him with the number 11 right there. He's got his eyes riveted on that sail. We see that sail with a nice big bulge in the bottom, really trying to power up those sails in order to get the maximum amount of speed out of the boats. So those crews right there are very attentive, and we're sort of seeing the same thing on the Equatorian boat. There's a lot of cleaning the boat that's going on, housekeeping, as they told me they call it.
Housekeeping in this boat is very important because you always stepping into ropes. There are ropes everywhere, so the pitman has to do a good job of putting all his halyard in a nice position, not to have surprises at the top mark or at the bottom mark. But even the Jenneker sheets
There we
are
go,
very
helmsman
important.
right here, Raimondas Shugdinis. He's
Concentrated
very,
on the telltales.
yeah, it's very concentrated. You can see the concentration on his face right there. Just
Keeping an eye on the Slovenian boat that is a bit to the right of them.
we see just in the background there, Team Ecuador.
Lithuania attacking. The Slovenian are a little bit bow up. I'm not sure if it's the image. But
It could be. You know,
see.
we've seen Slovenia. They have a tendency to be a little bit higher and faster all week long.
Yeah, they have a. It's going to be a nice close cross.
This is going to be a close crossing with now Slovenia, which is on a starboard tack, Lithuania, which is on a port tack, and they're now coming back together. So let's see. It looks like here on the tracker, Slovenia has got a little bit of a higher mode. Let's see what's going on. They are the boat that has the right of way. Let's see what's happening here. They're saying, oh, luff, keep luffing, keep going. There we go. Oh, so they are getting a lift. It looks like as though they're getting a lift. If that's the case, they'll pass right in front of Lithuania, and which means that they're now going to be coming back into the lead. They've been struggling ever since that dead bird maneuver, and now they are finally coming back into the lead. We're 400 meters away, leg 3 out of the fourth leg. There we go. They're tacking right in front of Lithuania. Just unbelievable. They've just managed to get that little bit of wind that they needed, which is now turned into a attacking duel, pushing Lithuania over to the left-hand side.
I think it was all about the bottom mark maneuver, as you said, the handbrake turn, the 180 Lithuania had to do to go on the right mark was very expensive in terms of speed. And Slovenia kept a very nice pace all around the bottom mark.
Yeah, something for all you sailors out there to keep in mind. And this is just, we've got, you know,
the less maneuver
Olympic
you do on this little breeze, the better it is.
Yeah, sure. Exactly. And this is, you know, these are the best of their nation that are on these boats. These guys have been to the Olympics. They are world champion. Look at that. Boat handling is just
nice.
Absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful tack.
And we just see one little mistake. We're talking about 1 knot at the leeward mark, and it makes all the difference up at the top.
Yes, 2 boat lengths in front, and this is it. You're getting faced again. Then you have to tack back, do extra distance,
more tacking. Yeah. That basically put 2 more tacks on the Lithuanian boat. Slovenia being able to now just go back. We know that each tack takes quite a bit of time.
Ecuador seems to be in ley line. Let's see, they're getting ready. They're not 100% sure to be. No, they are.
Oh, they're very quickly getting across. Oh, we've got a puff. No, I'm just kidding. So they've just, tough maneuver right there, as we were saying, because you have you just have that 1 pink mark and go around. It looks as though the spinnaker is up, though. They've got some pressure, and they're keeping their lead, which
is up in one piece, and ripping down.
Yeah, exactly, perfect, and they're keeping their lead. A very, very nice lead. They had about 1 minute and 30 seconds on the last windward, looking like they're also going to have another very good advantage here.
It's not over yet for second and third here. The Lithuanian picked up a nice path from the left. Most of them are hiking. That means they got pressure. The speed is up. Slovenia still has a bit of an advantage, but
yeah, we're looking like Lithuania right here has got a 6.4 knots of speed, as the others have 5.4 knots of speed. So it's great. It's managing for Lithuania to be able to come back and to close the gap right now between Slovenia and Lithuania. Even though they've had those 2 extra tacks that they've had to do. Now let's check this out. Anything could happen right here. We've got a spinnaker hoist. We haven't seen any mistakes from these guys all week long. But
I know the Baumann Gasper. He asked me a lot of questions during these few months, and I hope I give him good advice.
It looks like your advice has been working so far. It looks like the spinnaker is up right now. And now they're easing it out, so it must be full. Very nice. And just unbelievable. Look at that. We're talking about maybe 1.5 boat lengths, and everything is up. So just a very good timing. Lithuania, which is now rounding the mark, just behind them. There we go. It looks like them as well. No, they're putting up their spinnaker. Oh, they're going for a Sambuca. That's what they're going for, a Sambuca. They're going to jibe at the same time as they're hoisting. This is an incredibly difficult maneuver right here. It's just unbelievable. Come on, guys. Let's make this happen. It looks like they're kind of stuck. No, this was the move they had to make. Come on.
Oh, here it comes.
There we go. Here we go. They're finishing their Sambuca. This is a really difficult move. They have nothing to lose, and they've made it. They made it. It took a little bit of time.
Took a bit of time. I think the Jenneker went a bit into the triangle at the top between the first A and the Genoa, so they couldn't turn the boat properly. They have to stay dead downwind for a while, and they lost a bit of speed, of course.
Going in the direction they wanted, they didn't, yes, they lost a little bit of speed, but the spinnaker wasn't in the water, and now they've sort of created a split, but I'm guessing, seeing how quick Slovenia can jibe their boat, the time they saw that they were setting up a Sambuca, Slovenia just jibed and was just right underneath them again.
They matched the jibe, and
exactly, and we can see them right there. Now everybody's on a port tack, heading down, at least that's what it looks like right now. Yep, it looks everybody's on a port tack, heading to the right-hand side of the race course.
Slovenia keeping a 100-meter advantage on Lithuanian boat, matching angle, matching speed. So right now they're not in trouble. They can control Lithuania very easily from here.
Basically placing themselves between their opponent and the finishing line, and just making sure that they're staying out of that wind shadow that Lithuania is putting down on them. What a move! What a great move! That's what we wanted to see. We wanted to see a little bit of a risk taking. Definitely pulling that move. Would you agree? It's probably one of the hardest moves.
It is. It is. Especially on this boat, because the bow is very narrow, and the clue of the Jenneker has to go from one side all the way to the other, and the angle is very tight, so the clue of the Jenneker is quite stiff, so it takes all the ability of the crew to make that maneuver work. Bit more pressure on everyone here.
Matteo, it's just absolutely enlightening to have you here next to me and just give us all these informations. You know, sometimes I'm just listening to you here because, you know, I'm a sailor as well. I guarantee you next time we go out sailing, we're going to try. We've definitely already been trying these maneuvers, and it's just great to have all this insight and to see the level of the guys that are sailing on these boats. Just unbelievable.
Good path for Slovenia.
Here down on the left-hand side, that's the captain. He's the tactician, but you see he's apparently he can't stay in one spot, so he's gone
Lithuania
forward.
jibing and Slovenia not matching. That's interesting move from the Slovenian boat. Carry on this side of the track.
Yeah, are they seeing that puff? It looks like there's a puff on the right-hand side.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe they're waiting for that puff to come.
Yeah, Vasily was very focused on the wind. I can see he was very far forward to keep the weight forward on the boat.
Keep the weight forward. That brings the back of the boat out of the water and allows. Here we go. Team Slovenia now deciding to jibe. Yeah, so the weight in the front of the boat keeps the back out, the back of the boat out of the water and has less drag. Like we see on a race car, less drag, a faster car. Same thing on a boat, less drag, faster boat.
All the Slovenian guys are very experienced. Mitja and Tomas, they know this kind of boat very well, so they can.
Yeah, you've been racing against them, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. And so Vasily can really concentrate on the wind, and the trio, the helmsman, the main trimmer, the spinnaker trimmer, they can work on their own on the speed of the boat.
Here we go. This 384 meters left on the fourth leg, last leg of race 6. We're on the last leg of the last race of the last day. Double points, golden day,
and the wind
is dying. But we have Ecuador, which is leading their first race of the week, and we have a battle of epic proportions going on out in the back between Slovenia and Lithuania. Yes, the wind is dying, the boats are still moving, and every boat still has a maneuver to do. Every boat still needs to jibe at least once in these very, very light wind conditions. It's not over, ladies and gentlemen. 320 meters left, but it's not over.
It's not over. Slovenia only have a 60-meter disadvantage from Ecuador.
And it looks like it's dropping right now. We've got a 50 meter, 48 meters, 46 meters.
It only takes a little puff from the left to make everything change.
Well, race committee sure did a good job on seeing that the wind was going to die down and making sure that they made that
last
leg a little bit smaller right there. They're very
very
close. We're
slow
looking here also on the tracker. There we go. We see that this is, I'm telling you, they're nervous on that boat, on the Ecuadorian boat right there.
Yeah, they're still the fastest of the fleet, so.
Yeah, so let's see. So 3.3 knots right now for the Ecuadorian boats, 2.7 knots for Slovenia and Lithuania. So we have about a half a knot difference, a little bit more than half a knot difference for the Ecuadorian boats.
I tell you, it's a very important jibe now coming, because jibing this very light wind on this boat is very difficult. Here comes
the jibe. Let's if we can get back to the live picture. Here they go. They're very tight.
Is trying to.
They're shaking that mainsail because they're trying to make those battens pop and go to the other side. Yeah. And look at that. They're not able to get that spinnaker to fill up.
Just.
It looks like the boats are now longer.
I don't think the battens are on the yet. They're still trying to jab those battens.
So what's the best way to do that? Is that taking a lot of angle?
Pull a lot of runner on.
A lot of runner, okay.
A lot of Cunningham. It has to be very coordinated between the pitman and the main trimmer. Runner on, Cunningham on, big shake. And as well a little bit of rolling the boat between the whole crew makes things working better.
Yeah, so it's still a lot of coordination here. We see that that spinnaker has been pulled all the way inside
all
tight
the
because they're really trying to
make it
get
flat.
Yeah, exactly.
Make it flat.
Fill it up. Yeah. And now that it's full,
again a little more.
It's looking like they're having a real difficult time keeping that spinnaker spinnaker together. We see the concentration here. A lot of the crews are now still going forward. If we look at the back of that boat, which is really out of the water, we see here 65 meters. Now keep in mind this is the tracker.
They should be very close to the finish line.
Should be very, very close to the finishing line right here.
Here they come. Oh, Slovenia is coming down with pressure.
What's going down? They're coming down with pressure now. They're not making it to the finishing line. Are they going to have to jibe one more time, you think?
I think for sure Ecuador has to. It depends on that puff you can see in distance.
Now, if they can get this puff and they get a little bit of pressure,
nice puff,
and they can head down. And that might avoid them having to do another jibe, but it looks like they're ready.
Yeah, they're ready.
Jibe.
They're gonna jibe and be on starboard, so no drama. They keep in They keep their lead. They
maybe
win in
not.
this one. They win in this race.
It
Yes.
looks like wonderful. Yes,
They got it.
beautiful. They get their first race.
And
winning
look
their
how
first race.
close is this race at the end. There were a lot of distance between the
Yeah,
teams,
they had,
and they all finished
over a
within
minute
30
and a half?
seconds now. Yeah.
When they were up at the speed they're going, maybe they still have a minute and a half lead. But yeah, we're seeing everybody come down together here, and Slovenia
Take
just
second.
working their magic again and making themselves, you know, unfortunate. Well, this has been kind of constant the whole week. Not super starts and coming back every time they come back. Their boat handling skills are just impressive. And they're always making their way back. And so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. That was race 6. Now we have Slovenia that has just crossed the finishing line, and we're just waiting right now for Team Lithuania to cross the finishing line. It doesn't matter now that they finished last. It is still Lithuania and Slovenia going to the finals, to the 30 seconds of the finals in November. So this is...
Can't wait to face them.
Yes, you'll be sailing, as a matter of fact.
I'll be sailing, yes.
Yes, you'll be sailing.
Yeah, I'll be sailing on Team Italia.
Team Italia?
Yeah,
okay.
for sure.
Then your position will be...
Bowman.
Bowman, right?
As I was for all my life.
So Bowman, yeah. Seeing right here, you guys were qualified. You are qualified. I'm just looking here on my sheets if I can see you into the quarterfinals. Yeah. So one of the best teams that we are going to be seeing out there. The best teams qualifying for the quarterfinals, along with Spain, New Zealand, Australia, Netherlands, Germany, Great Britain, and Denmark. So it's going to be quite the battle as we will have on the match board for the SSL Gold Cup in November. And this right here, ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching the qualifying series round 2, and we have just finished the last race. And here we see Marco in the picture, and Marco is getting onto the picture. Marco, it's all you. Marco, if you can hear me, it's all you.
Yeah, guys, give me 1 second. I need to find Vasily. Okay, we're ready. We're here.
We're listening to you.
Some celebration. Vasily. Okay, wait, he's celebrating. 1 second. Okay, now. Another great day for you guys. I mean, a little bit of drama, but you got it done, and now you're qualified. How does it feel?
Yeah, I think it feels really good. We were quite stressed over the last few days. Obviously, we want to qualify. I think it's a big thing for a team from Slovenia to be part of the Gold Cup finals. So we were really looking forward, and we really focused on that goal, to achieve that goal. And obviously with 3 boats and with really tricky condition during the week, was really hard, but we kind of staying in the positive way, even if the starts weren't good at all. We have to improve for Bahrain for sure. That's our main thing. But the team did a fantastic job and made up all the mistakes that I did as a tactician, and thanks to them, we are in the finals.
Anything you want to say to the people watching you back home in Slovenia?
Well, I hope you enjoy racing. I think it was fantastic. Even today, a bit less wind, but very exciting. Boats very close. Also, this last race, till the end, everything really nice. Organizers, thanks to organizers, was a fantastic event. To the race committee, to the jury, to the organizers, to the other 2 teams that were fighting quite hard. You can see there are really small things that make the difference. I felt like we have a gear in more during this week that help us, and yeah, cheer for us. Hope you're gonna watch us as many as possible in Bahrain. I'm sure we're gonna put a nice show on.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Congratulations again, and we'll see you in November.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Marco Rossini, thank you very much. Our on-water reporter right there, getting a great interview with the captain, Vasily Zbogar, of the Slovenian. They have gotten the maximum amount of points here this week and managed to get themselves qualified for the finals, which will be happening in Bahrain. We have a little bit of information about that just a little bit later on, but before we do so, we are going to show you a race replay in just a little bit. Let's just take a look at the points right now. Ecuador, as we see here for this race, race number 6, winning 6 points, being Golden Day double points counting double, so 6, 4, and 2 for Slovenia and Lithuania. Now we should see the overall results as standing for this round 2 of the qualifying series. Here we
Slovenia with a good lead, but Lithuania and Ecuador only 1 point.
Yeah, very tight. It was really very tight between both of them, and this is what we were saying just at the end of the race number 5. Even if they do win, they did need to get in front of Lithuania. Had they been in front of Lithuania, Ecuador would have been out in front. So really, we've had a battle until the very last day, the very last races, and so
Slovenia
joy and dancing right there. Very good to see them. We'll see them going off to Bahrain in the month of November, and that's going to be very, very exciting. We're going to have some unbelievable teams, some the superstars of the sport, of our sailing sport.
Everyone is excited. I've been sailing a lot in these past 2 months on every circuit, and they're talking a lot about SSL Gold Cup. So everyone is excited too.
Yeah, we're excited here. I mean, we're getting this underway, and it's just we can feel the energy as well, the team's energy. These guys are coming. You know, there it is. What a beautiful image, right there. Maybe they could turn around for that camera boat afterwards.
Or the camera boat can turn around and go on the other side. Here we go.
But no, it's just wonderful images here of all these sailors, you know, coming from across the world. You know, Ecuador, on the western coast of South America, sailing also in the Galapagos Islands, all the way out there on the other side of the world. Just they're here. They've come here, and we're very happy to have them over here and
Slovenia
be able to share this.
Such a little nation.
Yeah,
they
such
only
a little
have
nation, and they have so little coastline.
Yes.
You know, they
but very experienced sailor.
What, 46 kilometers or something like that?
Something like that.
Yes, there we are. You're the winners of the second round of the qualifying series right there. Everybody very, very happy. And anyway, that's the celebration for you right there. Let's just show you a quick replay of the action that we saw. Stick around with us, because just after this replay, we've got some really, really incredible information for you, and we've got an amazing teaser about Bahrain. All right, guys, we're back here. Before we've got this teaser, but we're not going to show it to you quite yet. We have a couple information, very important information for you on the 13th of June. We will be going to the Olympic Museum in Lausanne, and we have a little bit of information about that that we'll be showing you right now. We will be. Basically, it will be the launch of the SSL Gold Cup, and we are going to have many celebrities.
I'll be there.
That will be there. You will be there, of
I'll
course.
Be there, yeah.
Yes, we are right here, and we're expecting to have quite a few people to come over there and to speak. We have quite a few things that will be happening as well for the public. We have a public. It'll be free. So if you're in Switzerland or if you're not too far away in Italy or France,
come up to the museum.
Come to the museum and come and check it out. We have the Lego Masters that will be over there, and that will be showing us a fresque that they're making. We have the SSL 47 boat, Lego boat that soon you will be able to buy. We have also some grinding competition. We have a whole bunch of fun things for you to do, and then we will have a speech and have everything open. We also have the sail simulator that will be over there for e-gaming. That's starting out very soon. We have a brand new game that's coming out, and
it's gonna be a very fun day.
it's just gonna be a whole lot of fun. And so here we go with a little clip. In 1930, football had its first World Cup. In 2022, it's time sailing finally has its own. The SSL Gold Cup is designed to crown the best sailing nation from the world's top 56 countries. And it all starts here in Switzerland. On June 13th, the inaugural day of the first SSL Gold Cup will be held at the Olympic Museum in Lausanne. During this day, everyone will have an opportunity to discover sailing as you've never seen it before. Winch speed and hoisting contests, you will live and feel how demanding our sport is. Help the 2021 French Lego Masters build an incredible fresque. Meet the sailors that are making sailing history, and play the SSL Gold Cup game and get a feel for what e-sailing is all about. SSL Gold Cup is like the Football World Cup, but in sailing, and much, much more than that. That was just a wonderful little clip right there, showing you what the SSL Gold Cup is, explaining it a little bit, and making sure that everybody understands that this is the new World Cup in sailing, and we will be showing all of that to everybody and to the world. Very, very exciting time for us here at the SSL. We have still a couple things I would like to show you. Right now, we have the next event, which is going to be the round 3 of the qualifying series that you see here on the road to Bahrain in November. This round 3 we'll have in group number 4 and 5. So we'll have 8 teams that are here next week. We'll have Bulgaria, the Czech Republic, Portugal, and Turkey, which is going to be one group sailing. They'll be sailing against each other all week long. And in Group 5, we have Chile, Peru, Uruguay, and Venezuela. So more of a South American group right there.
Yeah, very South American.
It'll be very interesting. They'll be switching boats out onto the water, and we'll be very excited to see that when we have a lot of teams that are coming coming over here. It's a really exciting moment, and we have a lot of rebounds. So we'll see 4 boats out on the water each time. So we're very excited to see that and to show you guys that. And now for the long-awaited teaser that we are very, very proud to be able to show you for the final that will be happening in Bahrain from the 28th of October to the 22nd of November. Let's show you our little clip from Bahrain.
Minus 10, 9, 8. We have a go for main engine start. We have main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, and that is what's going to be happening in Bahrain. Very, very excited.
Can't wait.
We're going to have the best sailors in the world, the best teams in the world. We're really going to be able to see each nation fighting against one another. Very, very exciting stuff. Don't forget, round 3, like we just said, will be from the 9th to the 12th of June. We will be live on the 11th and 12th of June, bringing you the action of the last 2 days, as well as obviously the last day being the Golden Day, twice the amount of points being awarded on that day. A lot of things will be happening from the 9th to the 12th of June. So anyhow, thank you very much for being with us. Thank you, Matteo, for being here.
Thanks, Jan. It's been a good experience commentating with you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for all your insights. It's just a great experience. And from all of us to all of you out there, whether it be morning, afternoon, or evening, thank you very much for having joined us. And we will see you very soon here on the SSL Gold Cup.
Bye-bye.